Yeah, what's up everybody? Today we've got some more of the Umineko playthrough coming up, and yeah, we're going to be doing some more of episode 6. We've got this really quite interesting scene that we've resumed from, where we have seen Kirie's total regret about firstly not having given it her all in terms of her love life, but also having the arrogance to think that because of the fact that she's always the smart one and the one who, you know, possesses the most intellect that could obviously impress Rudolph, you know, that would be the reason that she would actually be able to win him over. But no, it just doesn't work like that, and that's the horrible thing. But yeah, that arrogance and, you know, that self-confidence distracting her from the true thing she needed to do, you know, that being told to Jessica, that was really quite interesting. I love that scene last time, and, you know, I'm quite excited to see, firstly, how it carries on, and secondly, you know, what the fuck Jessica is actually going to do as well. Is she really going to kill Kirie after having, you know, learnt so much from her? I do wonder. Okay, I need to head back soon. Yeah, let's give what we've talked about a secret. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. I think if Rudolph knew that Kirie was aspiring to murder Asumu, I don't think things will go very well. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be laughing for long, mate. Oh my god, why is it so loud? Sorry, hang on. Yeah, because that's the thing about my neighbourhood. You can't open your window open because people are so inconsiderate. Right. Sorry. Right. Just getting a little bit of context firstly. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jessica definitely does deserve to hear, yeah. Yeah, I really do wonder what's actually going to happen. With a mysterious smile on her face, Kirie turned around. Yeah. Wait, is she actually going to be able to... Wait, you've got to be kidding me. She's actually going to be able to get away. I wonder if I scared her too much. Fair, yeah. I mean, this is the thing that's really, really brutal. I mean, give a warning of the worst case scenarios that can happen. I mean, obviously, they may not happen to you, but knowledge of the worst case scenarios will give you, you know, it will give you good means of fear, really, and you'll think, I don't want this to happen to me, therefore I should not, you know, make any mistakes whatsoever. I should be as careful as possible. Yes, it was 100 times better to learn of that hell from a warning. Yeah, seriously. I see that, yeah, once you've fallen into it, it's already too late. This is the worst thing, it's really hard to reverse, and if you do reverse it, then you're probably making somebody else's life worse. Good luck, Jessica-chan. Yeah, it sounds complicated, but don't lose. Oh yeah, that's fair, yeah. It's not every day I get to act as a mentor. Yeah. What is it, Jessica-chan? No. Oh my god! Holy fuck! I did not expect that whatsoever. God, no, I think it was just the surprise of the CG. I don't think I've ever seen something so out of character. Oh my god, a windstorm grazed Kirie's head. God, look at her eyes. That is totally wrong. It had been a hair's breadth of... Oh my god, if Kirie hadn't twisted her body slightly, that fist probably would be buried in her face by now. Oh my god. A bitter smile rose to Jessica's face when she saw that her first strike had landed. To fail to land a kill. Just so you know, I didn't strike you unawares, out of cowardice. Yeah, that's interesting, yeah. I hope to end it with a single painless strike before you realise what was happening. Oh yeah, I don't think... Didn't I tell you I've lived through the hell of jealousy? Jesus fucking Christ. I've been nearly burned a couple of times already. Wait, when she says burned, does she mean some sort of, you know, I don't know, really quite simple cooking burn? Like, let's say, for example, you... what's the best example? Oh, here's a good example. You're cooking jam and then the solution that you're actually making spits at you. That's a good example of how easily you can get burnt. Or does she mean quite literally being burned alive? Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I know how it feels just before a surprise attack. Oh, God. Isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, Jessica has tried to murder somebody as, you know, as nice as Kirie, but at the same time, you know, she hasn't been able to do it whatsoever because of the fact that, you know, she hasn't been able to do it. And then it's just really interesting to see this totally dead change in her personality. You know, just this shows a total abandonment of emotions. You could sense it. That plus the lie you told in the beginning. A lie? Come now. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair actually. Yeah, if you had come from the guest house to get a book from your room, you wouldn't have come through this hallway in that direction. What if she was drunk? 7. You have got to be kidding me. Of the 7 reasons you might have had for lying, which chessboard theory led me to. Yeah, of course it would be, yeah. That is I just genuinely can't believe that, you know, Kirie would be able to find this out. But it does make sense. I mean, you know, a big sacrifice somebody has to make for love. You know, the most, you know, a commitment to love that means all of your emotions and all of the people around you are completely, you know, they completely fail, but at the same time you succeed. You know, it is interesting to think that Jessica and Kanon having love at the expense of 2 other lovers could potentially be, you know, Kirie and Rudolph. It can be interpreted like that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is interesting. Kirie is kind of like the worst person to do this after you haven't actually, you know, after a lot of effort. I mean, you know, I think if she just did it instantly, maybe it could have been effective, but no. Telling a hasty lie to Kirie would only put her on her guard. Exactly, yeah, I do wonder what Jessica's going to do. If Jessica hadn't told that lie, her surprise attack would have succeeded. Yeah. No, but the only thing is, this is the worst thing about murdering. You know, you have to kill Kirie because otherwise now, you know, she'll tell another person. Not bad. Yeah. God, this is just so absurdly warped. So I'm assuming the battle was going to be to kill Kirie. I should have expected it from you, Aunt Kirie. By the way, this is a person that I wonder, somebody who is a Rika bootleg. No, she isn't a Rika bootleg. I'm going to get every Umineko fan hating me for that. No, but like, a remake of Erika, is going to be able to latch on to the fact that Jessica has tried to kill Kirie. What if somebody sees this, by the way? Let's not forget about that. Why? Yeah, you were planning to kill me from the beginning. It didn't matter who it was. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Seriously, yeah, how horrible. Yeah. That's the worst thing. Yeah, it's what you said that gave me the boost I needed. Thanks a lot. Oh my god, what's actually happened there? Shit, it looked like some sort of real amount of damage. Oh my god. Kirie dodged the punch, placed her hand against the fist, and slammed it against the wall. Oh my god. Normally. No, but the only thing is she has the promise of love, you know, on her mind. So, of course, it's like a drug. She is on it. Yeah, so as a result of that, she's going to feel no pain whatsoever. Or maybe she will feel pain, but she's going to forget about it because of how much she needs to fight. Yeah, normally Jessica would have hurt her hand on the wall and rolled around, clutching at it in pain. Jesus fucking Christ. That looks painful enough to actually break her hand. That's absurd, though. I'm just genuinely so surprised that either there is such a ridiculous level of power in these, you know, punches, or, the walls are really weak, which I think is very unlikely. However, Jessica's fist had left what looked like a meter-wide crater in the wall. Oh, I love that CG. That looks fucking cool. This does not look like something we should be seeing from Jessica, though, genuinely. By the way, isn't it really quite interesting that Jessica, just from these 2 little strands of hair here, it really reminds me of Beatrice, and the school uniform-like outfit as well. It really looks like Beatrice. Yeah, instead of wearing a look of anguish. God, yeah, that shows that she is not going to be defeated. Jessica clicked her tongue in irritation at having missed. Incredible. No, I don't disagree, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that you're your father's daughter. Have you taken up boxing too? Impossible. Jessica is barehanded. God, yeah. She isn't holding any sort of weapon at all. Yeah. Please don't resist, Aunt Kidia. What? Please don't make your life harder? Piss off! Just one strike to the head. Yeah, I won't let you feel a thing. Kidia tried to look confident, but she couldn't hide her confusion at this unreal destructive... Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I kind of get the impression that this is because of the fact that it's either Zepar or Furfur, whichever one gives power to... There's one who does the immortality of love, and there's one who does love itself. I love that. Right. Yeah, look at this, enough courage. So as a result of that, I think firstly, the courage has actually led to, because we've got to remember Umineko with, you know, the whole, what was the phrase? The magic points or something? That number counter that kept on going up in Umineko episode 4. Oh shit, what was it? Was it magic points? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no, I forgot what it was. Oh, those numbers that kept on going up. I don't want to search on Google because I'm scared I'll get spoilers for something. But yeah. Yeah, if that punch had hit, her head probably would have split open like Jessica said. I don't disagree, yeah. Yes, killing her without any pain. Well, Jessica, just don't play video games at the moment, please. Here I go. Oh, God, yeah, that is properly scary. Isn't it quite interesting to think that even though this is such a ridiculously powerful punch, Kidia has still been able to defeat it? I mean, if that's not impressive, then I do not know what is impressive. I mean, my God. Ooh! Right, I really wonder what's actually going to happen here. When, I'm just trying to think about when George was killing Eva, what actually has happened in order for the death to be really quite fast. Well, I mean, I swear that George, how did George actually do the final blow? I think it was to the stomach. I can't exactly remember. No, I think George punched her in the stomach and then she couldn't have a blow. So, you know, to actually kill somebody from punching in the stomach, that shows, you know, an immense power that you have. Yeah, if Kidia's kick off the ground and backward leap had been in an instant slower, her gut would probably have been pulverized. Jesus Christ. I'm actually going to search this up. Sorry. It's a really quite key detail that I've missed. If Kidia's kick off the ground and backward leap had been an instant slower. God, yeah, her gut probably would have been pulverized. Yeah, that is vivid. Jesus. Though she had avoided it by a hair. Jessica's left body blow was followed by a terrible burst of wind. Like an explosion. Ooh, yeah, that's actually really quite convenient. It is understandable to think that. I mean, these people just have impossible strength, and they have grey eyes as well, which is really odd. Is this a dream? If only you were. Am I still sleeping? No, isn't it really quite funny to think that, you know, this is real, and secondly, the strength is just an impossible level. Right, let's just read, let me just see. Oh, gap. The staff. Disappearing. What is the final blow? I don't know, I'm just kind of interested in this trivial ass information. Right. Oh yeah, it was the power of the magic circle that surrounded George. But if it wasn't the magic circle, then it would have been the power from his really quite amazing kick. Okay. Sounds fine. Right. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. This Jessica looked like the normal Jessica, but something was different. Oh yeah, something is off. Yeah, isn't it really quite funny to think that she kind of looks like Higurashi-related paranoia characters? You know, when characters are perceived via a really quite paranoid lens, you know? It wasn't human, and common sense didn't apply to it. Understandable, yeah, this had to be some kind of nightmare. Yeah, it is reasonable to think that that would actually be the case. Yeah, Kiria slowly stood up. Then she looked at Jessica, noticed the several meters between them. Yeah, that is absurd. But to be fair, that is a really quite convenient means of making it so that you can, you know, not be fucking eviscerated. Yeah, and realise just how far that blast of wind had sent her flying. Oh, yeah, I mean... Yeah, you've just done... Isn't it really quite funny to think that the advice has totally been a poison in the end? Yeah, feel free to hate me. However... Just like you. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I cannot back down. I can't let... My love. Oh, I wonder. Haha, yeah, I like that, yeah. And half-baked either. Yeah, because that's just such a weird analogy, but at the same time, it's kind of likening love to a cake. I don't know. God, yeah. Isn't it just so weird to see Kiria with an expression like this? So out of character. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hey, what are you saying? What on earth is going on? Someone tell me. Yeah, that is something I don't think I've ever seen before, you know, Kiria properly scared. But it is understandable. I mean, if you've been living your entire life and then, I mean, obviously we're used to it because we've been playing Umineko for quite a lot of time. But if you just imagine it with Kiria's perspective, I mean, you know, a force that is, to be honest, I'm going to be honest, why the fuck is Kiria not just running with her total life? Oh, God. Yeah, this is where this just gets out of hand. Yeah, the scene around Jessica seemed to bend like a heat wave. It seemed to be enshrouding her fists. And it seemed as though something like a... Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That's probably what's actually increasing her levels of power. And it seemed as though something like a red magic circle would appear beneath her feet. It looked just like a western demon standing amidst the flames of her. Oh no, I like that, yeah. Flame upgrade. Mass upgrade. Oh god, armor piercing upgrade. Yeah, because obviously if Jessica does the punch that Kiria has blocked and then, you know, forced Jessica's fist to go into the wall with, if that is blocked again, your hand's gonna be broken. Or maybe it's gonna be punched through, who knows. God, the fact that you can actually make it so that these upgrades happen is very odd, but at the same time it just genuinely shows. That's ridiculous. Each time Jessica muttered, her fists were surrounded by a pulsating, sinister red light. My god. Those fists which were actually smoking. Surely represented... Oh yeah, the iron hammers of hell wielded by demons. Yeah, that's understandable, and obviously you've got to think about the fact that, you know, it just... I think it's really quite interesting to see how ridiculously much these people are actually changing, and it's horrible, it really is, but at the same time, it's so fucking cool. But, yeah, it's just interesting to think that, you know, this is the stage where you have abandoned every single thing called a moral. That's a bad way of thinking. Goodbye, this is just a nightmare. Oh, yeah, good one, yeah. Yeah, but the only thing is, you really think that Jessica's not going to be able to catch up to you. I don't know, though, actually. Maybe she won't be able to. He dust away with lightning speed. Yes, right now, this is over. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, let people know about that. Yeah. Right now, that was her best option. Fortunately, she was smart enough to realise that pinching her cheek wasn't the best way to wake up from this nightmare. What? Lorna, what the fuck? She can actually summon Lornavit? Is that allowed? Oh, God. Oh. Ooh, Yeah, isn't that ironic? Yeah, because obviously this was the same magical barrier that had totally made it so that the more she punched and tried to defeat Donovan, the more she had complete pain. God, that was ridiculous. That was so fucking good, that episode 4 scene. Yeah, when Jessica muttered once more, a blood-red magical barrier cut across the corridor. Ooh, yeah, that must hurt. Yeah, Kiria slammed into it hard and realised that her path of escape had been cut off. Yeah, that's awful. Somebody is fucked. Make this stop. Oh yeah, I know. It's horrible. It really is. I don't understand. And I find it really interesting that the narration here, it's making it seem to be like a really action-packed and really cool fight scene, where obviously there is one person who has such an obvious advantage against another one. I really like how it's disguising how fucking sick it is, and it's just for us to realise this is... Yeah, a nightmare. It's a nightmare. True. Yeah, unfortunately you're not going to be waking up in Earth. That is, if you are actually going to be waking up. Who knows what happens when you die? Let me wake up. Quickly. God, yeah, somebody is fucked. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree. The world where you have to do this much just to prove the fact that you want to have a relationship with somebody, it is a nightmare. I do see that. Yes, this is a nightmare. If you want, fuck off. She doesn't have any choice. If you want, I'll wake you up right now. Just one strike. Don't move. Wielding her flames, Jessica slowly stepped forward towards her. I think it's so funny that, you know, she's just literally got some sort of flashes of red light that have completely encapsulated her hands, and then, you know, it's smoking like a blooming demon's would. Yeah, wielding her flames, Jessica slowly stepped forward towards her. Each time her foot lifted off the floor, a scorching steam hung around her footprint. That's hilarious. Isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, because of the fact that a magic circle has appeared, I feel like, I really do wonder if, you know, how much of this is actually, you know, up to Kiria's delusions, really, and how much of it is really there. This was a true nightmare. Now, I think it's going to be really interesting to think, is there, when everyone else discovers the crime scene, is there going to be any trace of smoke? And also, is there going to be the massive hole in the wall? Yeah, this was a true nightmare. Kiria clutched her head in her hands, shaking it over and over again. God, you know stuff is hopeless when that is the case. Yeah, that's the worst thing. It's real. It's a nightmare, right? This is a nightmare, isn't it? It's so cruel. Yeah, that's horrible. It's a nightmare, yeah. It is. So you're going to lie to her just so that you can get... That's mean. It is, right? It's a nightmare, right? Oh, no. I acknowledge it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree. The fact that you are having to become a good person towards, you know, somebody who does something as fucking horrible as this to be able to prove your love. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I do too. Ooh, that is actually really interesting. I acknowledge that this is a nightmare. So, you're acknowledging the fact that the illusions aren't real. Is that meaning Jessica's going to have less power? Oh, no, maybe not. I'll wake you up. Just one strike. I bet you she's going to miss. What the fuck is Lucifer doing there? Or is that... What? Oh, that's really, really interesting. I do wonder if this is maybe a fabrication of Kiria's. Oh my god. If that is... Jessica's neck was twisted at an odd angle. And she staggered backwards, her eyes wide, as though she didn't have a clue what had just happened. What? Oh my god, that is interesting. In her forehead, a demon stake was buried at an ankle. That's surprising. I definitely did not expect to see that. Yeah, isn't that actually really quite interesting, the fact that, you know, Kiria probably has a lot more power of envy, so as a result she's actually been able to have the 7 stakes of purgatory help her fight. That's hilarious. It pulled itself out of her. Yeah, of course it pulled itself out of her. Spun around, then became Leviathan and landed. Wait, hang on a second. Was I saying Leviathan or was I saying something else? I swear I was saying something else. Oh my god. So I'm so sorry if I was saying another 7 stakes of purgatory name. I know all of them, it's just... I don't know, it was probably just a slip of the tongue. The hole left behind Jessica's head spewed blood. Alright. Oh my god, right. I've got to just go to dinner real quick. God, this seems like such a twist. I can't believe this. I think Mirage Coordinator is actually a really fitting song for this scene. Prison Strip was even better though, but still, this is brilliant. Jesus Christ. Right, I've just got to BRB for a sec. Alright, what the genuine fuck is going to happen here? It pulled itself out of her, then became... I just love that. Became Leviathan. It just sounds like it's so... It just so casually says something that is so absurdly weird. How can a snake become a human being? It's just so ironic that, yeah. I just love how casually it says things that are so extreme. In her forehead, a demon snake was buried at an angle. It pulled itself out of her, spun around, then became Leviathan and landed. Yeah, the hole left in Jessica's head had spewed... Oh, yeah. I think if it didn't spew blood, there would be something very weird going on. Yeah, Leviathan of Envy right here. That's actually really surprising, the fact that Kiria can actually summon Leviathan. Like, genuinely, I mean, isn't it interesting to think that in the 3rd game board, she had defeated Leviathan, and now she can summon her? Weird. If already inside a nightmare, why not have a friend from my nightmares show up? Yeah, my friend from the Hell of Envy. It's actually really quite interesting. Thanks for showing up just in the nick of time. It's too early to thank me. No. Isn't it really quite ironic to think that this world is probably going to be so ridiculously, you know, tricky to actually go in, that even if her brain has been pierced, she can probably still... I mean, not if her brain has been pierced, but, you know, if... the stake has gone just so that it doesn't pierce the brain. I really do wonder if it's actually going to be able to, you know, just not kill her. She isn't down, but at the same time, she's really wounded. Even though she had taken a deep gouge to the top of the head. That's ridiculous. Jessica just stood there convulsing and wide-eyed and didn't fall over. God. The blood stopped pouring out of her forehead, and her blank, doll-like eyes returned. You are not... Oh, no. Then she slowly pressed her own hand against the wound in her forehead. There was a sizzle, as though she had pressed a hot iron against it. It was easy to tell that she was doing this to seal up the... What the fuck? If Kiria didn't escape now, there would never be another chance. Can I defeat her? Ah, yeah, no such luck. Yeah, definitely, yeah, she's immortal, thanks to a contract with one of the great demons. That's actually really surprising. Yeah, because of love. Yeah, but that does actually make sense. That's what Zepar actually makes in the contract. Isn't that really interesting to think that love is metaphorical here? You're immortal and can't die as long as you actually have love. That the second you fail to give it your all, and the second you fail to prove that you are worthy, that is where your immortality fades away, I think. I don't know though. That's just my assumption. Love, yes, love is magnificent. Yeah, no, I see that, yeah. Yeah, George as well. We can't forget about him. Yeah, those of our blessings cannot be killed. Can we break that red magic wall? Yeah, Ronobe-sama is also a great demon. There's nothing I can do. That's actually a good question. Yeah, can we escape through the window? That was blocked. By Donovan-sama's barrier a while ago. Shit, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Incredible. So has she sold her soul to demons for the sake of love? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, how could she make so many contracts with great demons? Oh, isn't it really interesting to think that with Leviathan here, she is making it so that she has more jealousy, you know, because of the fact that she hasn't been able to do this. She hasn't been able to serve somebody who's more superior. So as a result of that, you know, somebody is going to, you know, they're going to accelerate in terms of how much they can actually provide in terms of power. Armor upgrade. Jesus Christ, all attribute defense. Counter-attacking armor upgrade. God, that's scary. Yeah. Yeah, because obviously the opponents are getting stronger. Then again, simultaneously, Jessica is also getting stronger. In response to these words, this time her entire body pulsated with a red light. I like that, yeah. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. She had upgraded herself with a defensive power that would prevent Leviathan's attacks from working again. Yeah, interesting. What's she talking about? Oh yeah, this is going to be interesting. Self-augmentation. It's a kind of enchantment. That is ridiculous. Well, now she has enough defensive power to stop me from piercing her. And she even has the ability to reflect that damage back upon the attacker. Oh, I see that, yeah. Yeah, she's no longer human, she's a monster. No, I definitely see that, yeah, entirely. Isn't it really interesting to think that I think, you know, she is just presenting such an interesting manner of how, you know, manipulation and, you know, just the ideal belief that you need to do as much as possible for your love is just making it so that, you know, her entire life and anything good about her is just being slandered and ruined. Oh, so that's all? The map not much has changed. Fair enough, yeah. How can you say that? Yeah. No, I see that, yeah. Just like in the very beginning, we still have no chance. That's the worst thing, yeah. Even the 7 Stakers of Purgatory can be killed by Jessica. That's absurd. That hurt. It won't work again. That's the worst thing. Yeah, Jessica slowly lifted the hand that had been covering her forehead. And there was no longer any hole there. The hall was cut up by barriers on both sides, and even the windows were sealed. There was no way out. Yeah, understandable, yeah. Now, what I do find really interesting about this is, I'm just trying to link this with Kanon, and I really, really do wonder if everything that has actually happened with Kanon. Firstly, if Kanon has actually had this trial for love, that proves that, I don't know, maybe he was faking his death? If he was actually there? I don't know. I mean, that would be logical, but at the same time, I don't really understand, because at the end, he does actually die. But maybe that's because of the fact that he's unsuccessful with his trial. I don't know, though. But the thing is about the trial, it just seems like a merciless killing spree rather than a trial. Or maybe it's, you know, kill everyone so that you can get somebody to, you know, so that you can prove your love to Jessica. I don't know. But I do wonder if they tie. Is the door to this room sealed? No, it's just locked. But it's just a normal room. Could you imagine if this is actually the room that somebody has been having, you know, that really nightmarish scenario where Berncastle was constantly trapped them inside in? Yeah, no, it's just locked, but it's just a normal room. It does have a window, but that's already been sealed. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, in other words, it's a closed room and a coffin for us. Yeah, that's interesting. The coffin is just what I need. Unlock it. I'm jealous. Why are you the only one who can unlock it? Oh my god, what is she actually going to be able to do? Leviathan's stake flew about at high speeds, ramming itself into the keyholes. That is absurd. Oh my god. So you can unlock something like that. That should be impossible. Wow. The tip of the stake can become a key. Oh, interesting. I don't think... This is Krauser's room. Oh no, is this actually Krauser's room? Or if it's not his room, it looks very similar to this. Interesting, it looks like some sort of weird drawing tablet, or is that just me? Well, I mean, obviously it's not 1980. I don't think they would have had drawing tablets in 1986, but I don't know. I mean, maybe they would have. It's kind of hard to tell. I have no idea. As soon as it was unlocked, the door flew open. It is Krauser's room. Oh my god! Oh, that's serious. Both of them fell into the room and quickly locked it. This was probably It is, yeah. And Krauser's study. Its soothing furnishings brought about a sense of nobility that Krauser probably loved. Oh yeah, ironic that they're gonna be killed. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Even if you can lock the door, she can just smash through it with one punch. Well, I mean, even though Leviathan is saying this, it was always put on. Let's be honest here. You've just put the lid on your own coffin. Yeah, that is understandable. She will actually have to make evidence that she is destroyed somewhere, I suppose. Yeah, however, if she wants to land a killing blow on us inside this coffin, she'll have to take the lid off first. With dim eyes, Jessica tilted her head upon hearing Kiria's words. What are you talking about? Yeah, because she can literally punch so that the key is, so that there is no need for a key. What are you talking about? How will such a small room be able to protect you, Aunt Kiria? This room may be a closed room. It may leave us with no method of escape. However, even you can't break into this room. That's what a closed room is. Oh, isn't that interesting? What are you talking about? How does this tiny room... This would be indicative of the fact that Kiria knows of delusions, because I'm assuming, illusions. What I'm actually thinking is that because of the fact that there is a closed room, and that proves that there is human logic that could actually be applied to what's actually happening here, then maybe because of the fact that Jessica can be denied and her power can be denied, then she may lose. How does this tiny room with its tiny door make you think you can escape me? Yeah, that is a good question though, yeah. Jessica wearily looked between her own burning fists and the door with a confused expression on her face. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, so I really do wonder what's going to happen. Then, slowly, she sent that pulsating red light to her fists. God, yeah, she repeatedly enchanted her fists to give them the destructive power for the killing blow. Oh, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I'll smash this door to the bits. If you think you can, give it a try. Well, she sounds really, really confident. I just wonder if, Jessica's actually going to be able to get in or not. After sealing the door and calmly saying those words, Kiria placed a single index finger on the door. Why? Jessica slowly raised her fire-wreathed demon's fists. So long, Aunt Kiria. Or was it just a fabrication? This is not a theme I'd expect to hear in Umineko. What is this? This sounds like something you'd hear in a Sonic game. What the fuck has actually happened? Jessica's fist slammed into the door in slow motion. It was like the decisive scene in a movie being... and it was like the decisive scene in the movie was being acted out. However, this was... Oh yeah, this is no act, yeah. That's fucking weird. Jessica's fists really were slowing down as though they were being sucked in. Like a spoon sinks through a jar of honey. Oh yeah, I like that, yeah. Yeah, that punch was no longer a punch. It was no more than a knock! Oh my god, I envy you. Yeah, that gives her power because of the fact that she's connected with Leviathan. Yeah. Yeah, I crawled through the hell of envy for 18 years because of my arrogance and naivety in love. So I envy you. This is a nice thing. I like it. You're going to remember my warning. Succeed in love and walk a beautiful life, right? I envy you. I really do wonder what she is actually trying here. You're going to live through the most beautiful time in a woman's life for a full 18 years longer than I did. I envy you so much. Yeah, that's actually giving rise to KDS power, I'd assume. Jessica tried to slam her fists against the door over and over again. However, as soon as her fist approached it, its speed plummeted. That's so weird. She could barely lock, much less smash the door. I think it's because of the fact that an illusion is being denied. Or maybe the more power you have, the more you'll be able to actually break through this restriction. Who knows? Speed upgrade. Ah, yeah, instantaneous force upgrade. Speed of sound upgrade. Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's useless, girl. Smash it. With full speed upgrades, Jessica's fist moved at the sound of at the speed of sound. 1,225 kilometers per hour. Jesus Christ. Well, let's just say, don't make it so that you are in reach of that blow. However, how long had Jessica been in envy to gain that? Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, but obviously 18 is so much more. Yeah. Yeah, she had started to envy George and Shannon's relationship about 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 times 365 equals 730 days. 730 times 24 equals 17,520 hours. However, she wasn't envious all of the time. Yeah, but the only thing is, obviously, this wound with Kidia, it's been one that has constantly ran and, you know, festered within her for the 18 years. So, of course, her power of envy is not going to be anything nearly as close to Jessica's. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, with Shannon's shift on about 3 days of the week. Yeah, divided by 7 times 3. And it wasn't as though she would go on about George all day long. Ooh, yeah. Her fond words for him would only leave a mark on Jessica for about an hour, right? Yeah, so only 1/24th of each day. Yeah, 17520 divided by divided by 7 times 3 divided by 24 equals 312. Yeah, so 17,520 times 3. What's that? Let me give myself a chance. I wonder if I can do this. Right, it is ooh, that's actually hard. 52,000 and something. 52,500 and wait, no, 53,560 surely. Fuck! It was 52,560. Oh no. No, that sucks. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh my god, I just got carried away. Oh damn! I just wanted to solve that. I don't know why. I love this so much. Yeah. I really love the numerical representation of just how much less power she is probably going to have compared to Kirie. Yeah, 312. Oh my god! The number of hours that Kiria had been jealous was 157,680. Fucking hell. Yeah, in other words, that wasn't even 0.2% of the time Kiria had been jealous. Yeah, that is why Kiria's power can never, ever be... Yeah, fair enough. Even 1,225 kilometers per hour, the speed of sound becomes only 2.245 kilometers per hour in the 1 out of 500 world. Yeah. Understand? Yeah, you're lacking in both love and jealousy. That's the worst thing. Yeah, because obviously, with a situation as twisted as this, it's not going to work whatsoever. Even if she increased the speed of her fist... Oh yeah, it's not going to work. Yeah, in Kiria's world, Jessica couldn't even make it any faster than a walking child. Yeah. I love this song. I really like the hardcore-like sound it has to it. I just love the beats. I really do. I love the... You know, the really, really oppressive sort of slapping-like sound. Jessica ground her teeth, her fist still pressed against the door. If someone could have seen this from both sides of the door, it would have looked as though Kiria was holding it shut with a single finger. What humiliation. Wow. Wait, to go Kiria? Seriously, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It is quite literally a closed room. Yeah, this room is a closed room. At most, Jessica-chan can knock on the door, but she can't lay a finger on us inside. Yeah. Oh, Beatrice's definition of a closed room. Whatever this is, I feel like this could be very important. At this rate, this closed room will be troublesome indeed. Oh, I love this acidity. I love the really quite... No, wouldn't you describe it as like creamy and... no, wait, no, I'm thinking... Creamy kicks are the ones where you have a kick and then you have a little bit of sub bass afterwards, I think. But it does kind of have that sort of distinctive sub bass like sound. I really like this song, actually. It is impossible for a human to carry out a close room murder. Yeah. Only magic can do it. Oh, God, what is she going to be able to do? Until you truly understand magic, you will not be able to crush it. Yeah, Jessica-chan can't corner me any further. Oh yeah, that is understandable. Yeah, as time passes, the relatives will eventually realize that I haven't returned, and they'll start searching the mansion. Oh yeah, then you will be observed. Yeah, seriously, yeah, both witches and magic disappear when they're observed. I just genuinely can't believe that she has been taught so much. The nightmare is already over. Go. Yeah, I do wonder what she's actually going to be able to do. Oh? Oh yeah, obviously these people are, you know, the people of the play. You have got to make it so that she is pissed off and humiliated as much as possible. I can't believe that Jessica's suddenly getting eliminated. Seriously, yeah, I genuinely can't believe that, you know, she's even getting encouragement from the demons who are running this. Oh, please give it your all. Yeah, do it for your beloved Kanon. Come, Jessica, believe in love and show us a miracle. Isn't it interesting to think that maybe that she's going to be able to get the magic power from the demons? I revised that. Ooh, there isn't even any need to wait for time to pass. What if the phone is actually gone? Because it may be. Pray it is. Isn't it ironic to think that we are actually... Wait, no, actually, to be fair, I think I've just made a really stupid remark. Why are we praying for somebody to get murdered? I mean, you know, it is actually really quite interesting, you know, upon further perspective. Who do you support in this? Well, support Kiria, to be honest, but at the same time, can you support Jessica? Can you not? I don't know. Of course, the line hasn't been cut. I'll just pick up this receiver. No, but the only thing is, what if it's one of those phones that don't look like the wire has actually been cut, but have been, you know, in a place that nobody can see? This is my... Checkmate. Ooh, construction completed. Closed room murder. My. I do believe that's valid. Permeation upgrade. Attack transmission. Indirect attack power upgrade. Isn't that interesting? Oh, what the fuck is actually gonna happen? Oh my god. What the hell? Jessica's fist, which just pressed against the door, glowed red and then white hot. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, what's actually going to happen here? Jessica didn't even swing her fist. She's just kept it pressed against the... No, wait, are you telling me that it's become so hot that the door has actually melted? However, Jessica's murder extended within the closed room. That is so weird. Through the crack in the door, through the keyhole, burst the flames of hell. Jessica couldn't see what was happening inside the room. Yeah, you can't even prove whether the person has been killed or not. However, even here, on the other side of the door, she could tell that the flames of hell had swallowed up the entire room. My god, that's absurd. From not even going to having, you know, 0.2% of the hours that are actually representative for, you know, the amount of power required, to this. That's ridiculous. God, poor Kiria. Yeah. She really fought until the end. Kiria's smouldering death throes could be heard from across the door. Oh my god, I know, yeah. Jessica clearly heard as Kiria danced a dance of death amidst the hellfire. Oh god, that must be so painful. Fell to her knees. Yeah, and slumped over to the foot. Ow! God, yeah, slowly, Jessica tore her burning fist away from the door. God, yeah. If you love the hell of envy so much... Yeah, that is fair, then burn. God. Burn into the flames of envy for all time. There are probably some things that can be learned from envy. Ooh, no, wait, no, seriously, yeah. However, it's nothing to be praised, and going through it is no one's duty. It seems you were too proud after all. Aunt Kiria, that is really interesting. Yeah. Seriously, yeah. A splendid closed-room murder. I'll let you take care of the rest. A mess, even. Yeah, fair enough, but at the same time, do you really have any choice with that regard? I'll let you take care of the mess. I'd hate for our corpse to be burnt to a crisp when it's finally found. Wow, how respectful. Do you think you could clean it up? As you wish, my lady. Dornovet transformed into a gold butterfly and entered Krause's study through the keyhole. God, that's hilarious. Then he had to cross his arms and think. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. About how he should even start cleaning up Kiria's unrecognisable corpse and this room that had ended up as a burning hell. God, yeah, somebody's returned back to their former self. God, yep. You've just committed murder for the sake of your love. Yeah, I mean, obviously she's going to feel insanely proud of herself, the fact that she has actually been able to overcome this ridiculous challenge. But at the same time, you know, we think differently. Yeah, isn't that really quite interesting to think that if you take pride in having, you know, gone through all of these things, then burn through it, you know, expose yourself constantly to the thing that you have, you know, gained so much pride from, I suppose. Yeah, but no, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, you should never praise something like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously you should never praise the fact that you have gone through bad things, really, and yeah, it isn't anyone's duty. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, and you should never think because of what you've gone through you're better than anyone else as well. Can't forget about that. Yeah, my god, yep. A breath of victory. Yeah, Jessica finally let out the breath that she had been holding down in her chest. Yeah. A normal human glint finally returned to her eyes. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Oh, yeah. And then she couldn't help but shudder at what she'd done. Yeah, because you still have murdered one of your members of your family. Even if it had just been a trial on the game board for the sake of her love. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, that is actually going to be really quite interesting. But the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is because of the fact that she has actually made it so that her, I suppose her power has actually been given because of the fact that, the demons have, let me think about this. So, what happened is, when she had actually made it so that, Kiria's magical power from envy had totally prevented her from, you know, going into the room that was a closed room. At that time she had insufficient magical power. What actually made it so that she could have enough magical power? Was it the demons who aided her so that she could get more magical power? What I'm kind of concerned about is because of the fact that the demons may have helped her in the game and she may have, you know, had a beginning that could potentially have resulted in defeat. Maybe that could mean she's a little bit lower ranked than George. Who knows? Interesting little theme here. It reminds me of Black Liliana. Isn't it really quite interesting to think that these people were totally alienated from the fact that they have killed a member of their family? Just because of the fact that it's a trial on the game board for the sake of Kanon or, you know, Shannon. Yes. Yeah, that is understandable that they say that, though. I mean, who would be able to do something? Who would be able to break their morals this much? Let's be honest here. Yes, well done, Jessica. Your love is the real deal. I am excited to see everything regarding Beatrice. Yeah, George, welcome Jessica. With a crisp applause. Beato timidly tried to join him, but Jessica yelled at her and she stopped. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, something that happened on the game board. There's no need to look so sad about it. You've still killed somebody. I think it's really quite interesting how George has this separation. I think it was firstly because of the fact that, you know, he is an obedient person who, you know, even though Evar has taught him, you know, even though Evar has really quite ruined his life in terms of how, you know, controlling it has been, he still has learnt obedience. And isn't it quite interesting that an obedient quality like this would even apply here? Yeah, I know that logically. Oh yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, but still, how am I supposed to just accept it emotionally? Milady. Yeah, because even though it's, you know, it's disguised as, you know, just a move to make it so that you advance on the game board and you can be with your loved one, you still have committed murder. Isn't it just genuinely horrible to think that, you know, it's doubtful whether they're actually going to be able to be united, no matter how well they do? What if Beatrice does better? What if George has done better? Yeah, I can't give up. That's why I've shown you how I feel. Yeah, this is the horrible thing. Yeah, I didn't do something wrong, did I? I'm not wrong, am I? God, yeah. Milady. As Jessica started to sob, Kanon held her quietly. Yeah, good one. And he realised that he would have to carry on the determination she had shown. Oh yeah, definitely, because isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, it's always interesting making it so that you sacrifice your soul and you sacrifice everything for the person you love. But at the same time, firstly, we've got to think about what if this love doesn't actually have, you know, what if it doesn't have full potential? What if, in the future, it actually fails? What would this sacrifice be for then? Nothing! You didn't make any mistakes. Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more, yeah. You didn't make any mistakes, and it also isn't a mistake to keep your human heart and be sad. Yeah, I just happen to be a bit more of a stoic when it comes to that sort of thing. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, not everyone can match up to George-sama's level. Yeah. But in any event, you have completed your trial, my lady. Well done. I admire the strength of your determination. Wonder what she's going to say. I see. Both George and Jessica. Yeah, that's interesting. Both George and Jessica have splendidly succeeded just the same. Very impressive, Jessica. God. Yeah, but isn't that really quite interesting to think that with the whole magic related thing, what they have to do, because of the fact that they are a complete illusion and they don't truly exist, they need to make it so that their killings and, you know, the false sort of narrative that they're actually going by, because obviously this is just a disguise for what the actual killer has done, but their narratives, they need to have credibility because of the fact that they need to be valid and they need to not be totally ridiculous. So they need to kill in a fashion that is actually credible and that could be likened to a close run murder. Yeah. Jessica had used magic to kill Kirie, who would hold up inside a closed room. In that instant, Jessica had constructed a closed room murder, had it acknowledged by the demons, and raised it to the level of magic. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that does make sense. Your 2 trials have been completed. Oh, well, I think you probably know. So then, who will take the next challenge? Process of elimination? Yeah, will it be Beatrice-sama? No, it might be Shannon. I just genuinely love how much they are enjoying this and just how much they are seeing. I mean, to be fair, I don't really... I can see how this would be similar to live theatre. I mean, it's just like, you know, you were seeing firstly some of the most ridiculous and, you know, action-packed moments of somebody's entire life. So of course it would have the same level of action that a drama would actually have, and, you know, the emotion as well. I mean, you must really enjoy that if you're a demon. It must be really quite something to see. Obviously, you've got to be one of the most cruel pieces of shit to be able to actually watch things as horrible as these with enjoyment. But okay, let's just not go there. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Come, speak up. Yeah. Come, speak up. Who is next? Who will take the next trial? Yeah, I'm actually really quite surprised. I didn't know that Shannon and Kanon had to take the trials. I do wonder. It's probably Beatrice. What witch would... Yeah, that is understandable. Yeah, what witch would hesitate at committing murder on the game board? Yeah, that is fair, yeah. Even shyness can kill love. Yeah, shyness can totally prevent love. Yeah. Alright, who will? I just really got to find it funny, you know, just how enthusiastic these people sound. Yeah, carry out the next murder of love. They really need to get a bit of grip on the severity of their situation. Yeah, I do wonder... Yeah, the 3 challenges. Which one is it going to be, genuinely? I think it's either going to be Beatrice or Oh, Kanon, to be honest. The three who remained looked at each other. If none of the others raised their hands in the next few seconds, they would raise their own hand. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All three thought this at the same time. So, they all raised their hands at the same time. I think what you've got to do is you've got to make it so that you've got to get some sort of... Could you imagine if there was some sort of ridiculous way to, you know, have some sort of camera-like view of the footage? You do a frame-by-frame analysis. Who, in the first frame, put their arms up or just made some sort of movement that would, you know, entail putting an arm up. So they all raised their hands at the same time. The ones they loved had already shown their determination. Yeah, they had to carry on. Yeah. Oh. Didn't expect that. Ooh, I really, really hope if this follows the, you know, conventional structure of, you know, all of the chapters in general, are we going to see anything regarding, you know, outside of the challenge? What's going to happen? Where are we? Oh, definitely not what I expected. Rosa could be seen in the parlour. Let me guess, Maria's forgotten her... Maria's not forgotten. Maria's seen the fact that her rose that she's tied a special little string to has, you know, been carried away by the wind, and she's probably sobbing, she's probably pissed off, and let me guess, there's going to be something different this time. That's my prediction. Oh god, I hope it's not something like that. I mean, we've just seen that. We haven't seen that so many times, but we've seen that enough. Seen that in episode 1, episode 2... Wasn't it episode 3 or 4? I think it was episode 3 where Beatrice had actually magicked. No, it was episode 2 where she had literally made another rose appear by magic. But obviously then you can liken that to human tricks, and then you can realise that that's not the case whatsoever. I mean, the culprit probably just dressed as Beatrice and literally had a rose in her pocket. Her? Yeah, of course it's a her. Let's be honest here. Isn't that really, really interesting to think that they may have the trial all together? To be honest, I kind of hope they have the trial all together because, I mean, obviously it may be fun. Yukichi can do brilliance as a writer. I'm sure he can make the plot varied. It's just, I don't want to see 3 more of these. I love them. Don't get me wrong, I love these little trials, but I don't want to see 3 more of them. I'd much rather see one final trial. Rosa could be seen in the parlour. The relatives apparently all wanted to be alone after dispersing for a short break. Oh yeah, interesting. An opportunity to murder! Since everyone avoided the parlour, the one place where people would normally gather. Oh yeah, that's understandable actually, yeah. And obviously you will definitely have intel of the time when everything, the relaxation ceases. Rosa was able to have this relaxing and comforting room all to herself. Yeah, that didn't mean she looked relaxed. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah. Her expression was heavy with gloom and weariness. The cup of black tea that she had brought from the dining hall had gone cold. God, yeah, isn't that really quite interesting? Because obviously, normally you would have tea to, you know, as a means of relaxation, but obviously she's under immense stress after, you know, not only the family conference, but secondly, you know, with Maria as well, I'd assume. And I don't know. To be honest, Rosa's life is horrible. There are so many things that could be stressing her out. Rosa's life is a horrible, you know, situation, but she is also a horrible person to be living it. Because I feel like because of the fact that her life, because of the fact that she's been treated worse, she is kind of, you know, approaching a lot of these things with the worst mindset possible. Like, for example, I'm basing this on, you know, the dating and, you know, just Rosa really making her own conclusions that just suited her own ideas, really. Like, for example, the fact that I think it was in episode 4 when we were learning, you know, her torture with Maria, we were learning about the fact that she had that argument she was having in the hotel room where you know, this person was kind of against the fact that she was ruining her daughter's life so that she could spend time with them, and also the fact that you know, Rosa was just completely making up excuse. Well, she was completely in her head making it seem as if this person didn't want to know her because of the fact that she had a kid. But that wasn't the case whatsoever. That was just what she perceived it. Because of her perception being so bad, she's gonna, her situations are gonna be worse. Anyway, I don't really think this is an essay on Rosa. Let's just fucking read. With this level of reasoning, wait, no, what's the phrase? Just by the existence of this cold black tea, this level of reasoning is possible for Daniel. Oh, that's redacted. Don't want to tell you my surname. Shit, I've just confirmed Daniel's my main name! Fuck! A pleasant silence. Now that no one is in sight, Rosa's heart finally awoke. She was always treated like a kid in the conference with the three. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, she's just the youngest sibling, always put down. Yeah, that's sad. She had no influence at all. But possibly because of that, she was apparently considered to be a neutral part. Yeah, so obviously whenever people had a viewpoint that they wanted confirmation from, they'd always attack the neutral one. Yeah, the siblings would often ask for her agreement, sometimes even treating her like a referee or a judge. God, that's really horrible. Ooh, I have to make use of that. Yeah, that's understandable. What is the direction she wants, though? I have to make use of that and turn the discussion in the direction I want. I have to find almost 100 million yen by Jesus Christ, why? That was supposed to be my great commitment, a burden I bore to help support that man's business. The fact that they aren't actually saying who that man is unsettles me. Ooh, that's interesting. Now I'm not sure anymore. If I can pay off my debt, will he call me again? Don't make me laugh. Even if you do contact me after all this time, I'll be the one to refuse. But still. What the fuck? You're Maria's father. Please come and see her. Oh, that's horrible. If only just once. Oh my god. What? No! Love is quite a difficult thing to stick to, isn't it? Oh no. Who? Isn't it really quite interesting that Kanon has chosen a totally hopeless target? Jessica choosing Kiria was probably one of the worst people she could have possibly chosen because of the fact that she has such, she has links with Leviathan and also just in general, envy. Isn't it really interesting to think that maybe Kanon actually going after an easier target will mean he's going to have less of a bad experience? That's unbelievable. I just genuinely don't understand why Rosa is supporting, the business of Maria's father? Yeah, isn't that really quite interesting? So whatever reason she is actually indebted to, Maria's father, in terms of money for, after the debt has finished, there's going to be no calling again. It's just money, money, money. It doesn't matter that I made a kid and completely ruined a lot of your life. Nah. This is horrible. The fact that he has never seen her. I mean, my god, that really just shows another level of low. Love is quite a difficult thing to stick to, isn't it? And that's the most horrible thing. That really, really is. I mean, obviously, this really has a lot of relevance for Kanon because obviously he hasn't been able to stick to the love of Jessica whatsoever because of the rejection he has felt with himself. But the only thing is, I mean, it wasn't Rosa's fault that the father went out. He just went out after, he realised that Rosa was getting a kid. Yeah, that is actually really quite interesting. I wonder how Kanon has actually got there. Though no one should have been in the parlour, someone suddenly spoke to Rosa, and she jumped. Just when did he get here? Kanon could be seen standing there. Even considering that she had been deep in thought, to think that she hadn't even noticed him at all. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
びっくりしたわ。
You startled me.
ごめんなさい。考え事をしてて気づかなかったみたい。
Sorry, I guess I was thinking so hard that I didn't notice you. Do you need something?
いえ、
Well, I think he does. No.
ローザ様を今苦しめているのは愛ゆえにです。
No, I don't disagree. Yeah. The reason you were currently in pain is because of love, Rosa-sama.
違いますか。
Am I wrong?
唐突ね。
That's sudden.
何の話
Oh,
か
yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, not very professional for a servant. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
ローザ様はマリア様の父親に借金の連
God, after all of that! Maria-sama's father wanted you to be the co-signer on a
それ
loan.
を引き受けられました。
And you accepted, Rosa-sama. No way, I love the co-sign rule. Oh my god. It's the co-sign rule. The fact that Maria's father has to be... No. It's not, what's it? Blimmin'. Yeah. X squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C. No, it's not that. Fuck that. It is, blimmin'. The fact that Maria's father wanted Rosa to be the co-signer on some sort of loan.
困った子ね。
What a troublesome
ク
kid.
ラウス兄さんが話してたのを廊下か何かで聞いてたのね。
Interesting. You were listening to Kraus Nissan from the hallway, weren't you? True, earlier in this day, in this very room. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, true. Earlier this day, in this very room, Kraus had seen through the fact that Rosa was bearing a massive debt because she'd become a co-signer on a loan. However, he hadn't said that her partner had been Maria's father. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is actually a really quite interesting question. How does he know? Why did Connor know so much?
ローザ様はとても聡明な方です。
Well, I say that. Look at what she literally just said. But at the same time though, I mean, obviously Kanon does sound very, very prepared with what he's saying here. How has he been prepared with what he's saying if, you know, he hasn't actually known this? But the only thing is, I feel like because of the fact that the servants go through each game board and they have memories of the past game boards, he's probably heard it in a previous game board. That's my assumption. You're a very wise person, Rosa-sama.
連帯保証人を引き受けることが
You wouldn't have become a
よ
co-signer.
く考えもせず引き受けたわけがありません。
Yeah, fair, yeah. But the only thing is, I mean, obviously that's fair, but if you're a wise person, why do you become a co-signer if you need to get 100 million yen before March? I mean, my god, like, you're not guaranteed that money. What happens if you don't get it? That's just going to cause so many complications for you. You're a very wise person, Rosa-sama. You wouldn't have become a co-signer without thinking carefully about the consequences.
席こそまだだったけれど
I hadn't yet moved to his family
これか
register,
ら結婚する相手でパートナーだと思ってた。
but I thought of the man I would soon marry as my
私の名前がなければ借りられないお金ならそれに協力するのが未来の妻の役目だと思ったのよ。
If he couldn't borrow the money without my name... Oh yeah, I figured that helping him out was my responsibility as his future
Mirai.
wife.
来ましたか。
And did that future ever come? Yeah... No, it hadn't. Yeah, that's understandable. I know, that's horrible. And look at this. Isn't it just really quite weird to think that, you know, such a contradictory storyline, yet such a happy image? Yeah, just because of the fact that Maria totally knows how to create happiness out of the most sad situations. Yeah, so afterwards with Rosa, I was always alone. I know, that's horrible, and Maria never had a father. However, time moved on. Nothing changed, except that Maria, who should have been a symbol of their union... Oh, yeah. God, that's so brutal. But yeah, I see that, yeah, just kept growing like a living hourglass, measuring the length of the hell that Rosa had crawled through. Yeah, that's interesting. That's fair. Yeah, because of that, Maria's growth hurt.
皮肉よね。
It's ironic.
私はあの男のことを何度も忘れよう。
Yeah, isn't it really quite funny to think that, you know, even though Rosa has tried so hard to actually forget this man, you know, now she's becoming a co-signer on a loan with him.
でもね、 忘れても借金は消えないの。
Yes. But you know, forgetting him doesn't get rid of that debt. Fair enough, yeah. It was only natural. That's why she had to forget her love and do all she could to pay that money back.
でもね、
I know, that's horrible, yeah. But you know, I also think of it this
私が
way.
立派に返済しきったら、それは彼が私
Oh,
に与
that's
えてくれ
interesting.
た愛の試練に打ち勝ったという意味
No, I see that, yeah. If I can manage to pay everything off, it would mean that I've passed the trial of love that he gave me. Isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, that is actually really quite ironic because it does apply totally. You know, it's just as if Rosa having to, you know, pay off this, you know, insurmountable amount of debt is actually a trial to love. Like, will you do anything to prove your, you know, to prove not really your love, but the desire to get away from that love and to get away from this person? Isn't it really interesting to think that this is just kind of the reverse of what we've been seeing beforehand? That is horrible to think that Rosa was soon going to marry this person. Yeah, isn't that really quite interesting? So this person has basically made it so that Rosa has had to, you know, borrow money in pursuit of helping the person that she would become, you know, a future husband with. But then the person divorces her, and now, because of the fact that he's a fucking horrible man, Rosa still has to pay this ridiculous amount of debt that she, you know, firstly began because of the fact that she was trying to help out as a wife. I mean, that's horrible. That really is. That's totally disgusting. It just really shows how you can totally experience jealousy of an insurmountable level that can completely fuck your life up just because of love. No, but I do see that, yeah. Yeah. That really is sad.
Yeah, 結局は返さなくちゃいけない借金なのに、どうしてその結果得られる愛を先に自ら捨てるの？
Yeah, that is fair. I'll have to pay off my debt anyway, so how can I abandon my reward, the love I'll gain as a result, before it's over?
返済してから考えても遅くはないと思わない？
Is it really so wrong to put off thinking about that until after I paid my debts? Oh, that is actually really interesting to think that, you know, she has to put off future love because of the fact that she doesn't have enough money to actually start a relationship, really, and a, you know, a partnership. And become a wife to somebody. It may have been a trick of words that only those who have suffered through love could understand. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, yeah, even Rosa was vaguely aware of the possibility that she had been deceived. Yeah, it's horrible. It really is. interesting. However, if she was able to succeed in paying back the loan, he might acknowledge her. Oh, that's unbelievable. He might acknowledge her usefulness as a what? Jesus Christ. No! When that happens, she might have been able to regain that love. Isn't it interesting to think that she is so desperate to look for love that even though he has abandoned her with a kid, she is still latching on. And if she abandoned that love, this debt, this trial he had given her, will become completely... This is meaningless. It always will be. Yes, for her, the debt itself appeared to be a trial of love. Yeah, actually, the very fact that she tried to view it that way might have been the blindness of love. Exactly, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah, she is desperate. It's just because of the fact that she's never really been shown love in her entire life. She's desperately trying to find it now, I suppose. I mean, that would be my assumption. I mean, it's awful, though, the fact that she is just totally getting used. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that pain still continued within her. At the very least, it will remain until she paid back that massive... Yeah, definitely, yeah. And even then, it would take quite some time before she'd able to lay her feelings for him to rest. Oh no, that's just the worst thing, because even though this man is a complete piece of shit, the fact that you actually have feelings for him means you can never ever resist. Yeah, and like this, more pain will be induced so that, you know, she can actually realise the true nature of this man. I suppose so. Could this be the hell that Kirie-sama spoke of? Oh yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I see. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah. But there's no doubt that my world has been hell through and through. Yeah. And how can that be put to an end? That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing about things like love. It can't. Who knows? Oh yeah, I like that you called it a disease. Yeah. If anyone did, no one would ever be able to be crushed by the disease of love. I see that, yeah. That disease is a serious one. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, I see that. Yeah, it sometimes eats into a person for their entire life, spreading to and hurting the people closest to them. Couldn't agree more, yeah. That disease was torturing her now as much as it ever had. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, because of the fact that she gets to prove herself the most here, I suppose it is kind of torturing her because of the fact that, well, it's torturing her because of the fact that if she doesn't prove herself worthy of actually being able to make enough money from the inheritance to get back her debt, you know, she's never really going to be able to have potential with the man that, you know, she feels she will love. So twisted. Well, since you bring up Kirie-san. What the fuck? Well, since you bring up Kirie-san, her story is like a wish or a dream to me. Though she had her man stolen from her, she persevered for 18 years. Yeah, definitely, yeah, that's understandable actually, yeah. She never fell to despair and instead continued to support Rude. Oh yeah, definitely, yes. Oh, that's actually really interesting, yeah, it is similar to Kirie in that regard, yeah. Keeping her head down and waiting for a miracle. Yeah, that is interesting. Maria is still 9 years old. I know, isn't that interesting to think? I've only waited as long as the first half of Kirie's 18 years. If I gave up after all of this, she would just laugh at me. I just find it really interesting how much love totally makes somebody's true logic and rationality just completely go out of the window. I mean, obviously, why would somebody laugh at you because of the fact that you've suffered half of what they've suffered? If anything, that's a good thing. Secondly, you know, like, do you have to suffer? Isn't there a way out of it? Why is it so inevitable? Why are you giving up?
あと9年で奇跡が起こると思いますか？
Do you think a miracle will happen within 9 years?
それを疑ったらおしまいよ。
Oh, I see that. Yeah, if I doubt that, it's all over.
ある意味私は亡霊なのよ。
In a sense, I'm a ghost.
私はすでに死んでいる。
Oh, that's interesting. I'm already
そ
dead.
れに気づかず生きている。
Just living on without
決して来
noticing.
ない人。
Oh, yeah.
亡霊。
Yeah, seriously. I think it is really, really brutal to put it like that, but I don't disagree whatsoever. A guy's waiting for eternity for a person who will never come.
そうよ。
That's right.
彼の夢を応援したいなんて甘えたことを言ったあの日に。
Yeah, that is
私は多
interesting.
分もう死んでいた。
Yeah, isn't it really quite interesting? Wait, hang on. Yeah.
やっぱり
Oh,
あの
yeah.
日は後悔すべき日だったのかしら。
I don't disagree, yeah.
俺には夢がある。海外を巡りたい。このちっぽけな日本を飛び出して必ず大物になって帰ってくる。懐かしいわね。
That's so awful. Yeah, that's right. That day, when I had naively said that I wanted to support his dream, I was probably already dead. Isn't it really interesting to think that the metaphor of being dead is kind of just like, you know, your entire self has died, and then the person that has actually been, you know, it's just a mere fragment of yourself because of the fact that love and, you know, this desire to see a person who will, let's be honest, never love another and will never provide any love that is anything but toxic and, you know, awful and obviously short-lasting as well. You know, it's just... It's so awful to think that, you know, as a result of that, it's as if she is a ghost. Only part of her is living because of the fact the other part is completely controlled by this drug of love, really. I guess that really was a regretful day in the end. I have dreams. I want to go overseas. I fly out of this tiny country, make it big, come back to you. That takes me back.
あの頃の私は互いの途方もない夢を認め合うのが
Yeah,
恋人同士だみたいな考えだった。
At that time, I thought of lovers as a pair of people willing to acknowledge each other's radical dreams.
私がデザイナーとして大成してパリで新作を発表して
Yeah, that's why he would always happily cheer me up by talking about how I'd become a successful
取
designer.
材時にもみくちゃにされるなんて夢を楽しそうに語って喜ばせてくれたわ。
Travelling to Paris to release a new line and getting jostled by the press. I love that. Yeah, it's just so fake though because it can never have happened. Well, I mean, it could have. It's not impossible, but at the same time, it hasn't.
Oh, 思えば本当におかしな地に足がついてない日々だった。
When I think about it, I really got my head in the clouds during that strange
互いに
time.
互いを浮かれさせてふわふわし合ってる感じ。
We both lifted the other up as though we were drifting about in the air.
だから彼が日本を飛び出したいなんて言い出した時、私はそれを喝采して応援を約束したわ。
Oh god. So when he said that he wanted to get out of Japan, I applauded him and promised to support him. Acknowledging each other's great dreams was nothing but words. With nothing but words is a classic sort of pillow talk between lovers. However, when it comes to actually carrying them out, oh yeah, definitely, yeah, you need to be more serious and calculating. Yeah, and especially because of the fact, if a dream is going to be really, really strenuous to support, then, you know, you need to be making sure that this support is going to last long term.
私はあ
But
の日
obviously she hasn't.
彼を見送ったことを
Yeah,
長い
that's
こと誇りに
horrible.
してた。
Yeah, for a long time I felt proud of letting him go on that day. It's total manipulation, all of it.
今も誇りにしてる。
No, I still do. What? Why? Well, to be fair, you have let go a lover that is totally poisonous. Even though you may have made one of the worst mistakes. I don't
で
know.
も後悔して
Yeah,
い
yeah, I
ません。
see that, yeah. No, but the only thing is, isn't it really interesting to think that even though this proves what a bloody absurd user this person is, Rosa still loves him, and that's the worst thing. Anything out of order, bang out of order, is just forgotten about because of the fact that love is involved.
そうよ。
That's right.
あの日泣きわめいて反対してたら 私は地獄に落ちなかったかもしれない。
That's understandable, because obviously you would have been able to see this person's true colours there. If I had sobbed and told him to stop on that day, I might not have fallen into
それを
hell.
笑顔で見送ったのが私の勝利？
Seeing him off with a smile was my victory.
違うわ。
Of course not.
それはある意味戦うべき時を自ら放棄した不先輩みたいな
Oh,
ものだ。
that's interesting, yeah. It's as though I lost by default by refusing to fight when the time came.
私はその負けを美化して男の海外への挑戦を笑顔で見送り。
Yeah, that's genuinely horrible. Yeah, I only glorified that loss. Saw him off with a smile as he went to take on the world overseas. Yeah, it's basically just totally denying somebody. I think what this person did, he realised that Rosal was about to have a kid, so what he did is he just pissed off and he never came back. He probably lied about when he was going to come back.
娘と帰りを待つ良き女の幻想に酔ってるだけ。
Oh yeah, yeah. That I was some... and became intoxicated with the illusion that I was gonna be some brave woman who waiting patiently for her man to return with her daughter.
電話一本よこさず、彼が教えてくれた住所への郵便も転居先不明で戻ってくるのにね。
What? Even though I didn't get a single call from him, and mail sent to the address he'd given me came back with forwarding address unknown. That's really interesting. That's so surprising though. What? Okay, whoever Maria's dad is, this person could potentially be one of the most important people in Umineko. Look at what happens to, you know, oh, what was, is it Sabakichi? Or something like that, Kumosawa-san, Anji, Blemen Masayuki, i.e. Nanjo-san, mail with forwarding address unknown, with the sender as this. I wonder if you could actually link that. I don't know. Yeah, that's awful. Total lies. Yeah, isn't that really quite interesting though? So the recipient's name isn't, but the only thing is this is kind of different. So, I mean, that's about, I'm just making connections out of nothing here. But could you imagine if that had some sort of weird connection? That'd be so weird. Yeah, but that's horrible though. Yeah, so that, you know, Rosa could never ever make any contact with this person. Oh yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, this is hell. It's horrible. It is nothing but complete horror. Yeah, in this hell, I'll regret not fighting when I should have, until the day I die. I don't disagree, you've taken it out on your daughter so ridiculously much. Yeah, I've even tried my daughter into it. Oh, well, God, she's lucky. I wish somebody would just kill me. God, that really is horrible. I want to be told that I've already been killed, that I'm a ghost. In love. If you do not fight. Oh, yeah. No, I see that. That's the worst thing. Yeah, you have to crawl through hell. Yes, love is a fight. Yeah. Will you win and gain? Yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah, or lose and die. And it is really interesting to think that also kind of applies to this as well. I mean, God, that is horrible about the thing. And what I find even worse, I think the worst thing about Rosa's love is the fact that, you know, she still kind of has the addiction that love creates. She still wants to be with this person, but can't, obviously. Will you win and gain, or lose and die? Yeah, but please have no fear of death. Yeah, have no fear that anything's going to go wrong. After all, it's a peaceful sleep. Is it? Can't prove that. Do you know what happens after you die? What's truly terrifying? Oh, I like that, yeah. No, but the only thing is, it does make sense as to why Dosa couldn't win whatsoever, because of the fact that she has been totally manipulated to support this person financially, so much so that, you know, she's never ever been able to see the truth until afterwards when, you know, for example, mail forwarding address unknown. I mean, that's unbelievable. Proper swindler, my God. That's truly terrifying. What's truly terrifying is the hell where you find the unsleeping ghosts of those who couldn't win, yet couldn't die. True, yeah.
終わりはない。
That hell has no end.
恋の戦いは戦いもせず
The battle of love is cruelest for those who never even fought,
死ねもしなかった者に
but weren't able to die either. No, I see that, yeah. Yeah, because obviously, because of the fact that you've never been able to die, you have to constantly live with the burden of what you've done. Oh yeah, seriously, yeah, so in love you've got to make it or break it. Dying in battle like that is liberating. Yeah, I see that, because obviously dying in battle is, I mean, obviously becoming a ghost, becoming just a person who's enslaved by the restrictions. And, you know, restrictions to happiness love actually brings if you fail. Yeah. It's liberating from happiness, really. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, they say the most torturous toxin for humans is made from love grown stale. The suffering it brings exceed the tortures of the most twisted tales. Yeah, she used this knowledge to try and embolden her double and her little sister, encouraging her to take on any trial no matter how fierce. I understand. After all, when my desire to have Batala-san accept me one day wells up in my chest, I can feel the seed that resides there. No, I see that, yeah. Interesting. It is up to me to kill that seed or make it bud. Yeah, that's a good analogy, actually, yeah. However, if I let it rot here in my chest, that poison will surely torment me forever. And that is the most fearsome torture in the world. Even for us 1,000-year-old witches. No, I see that, yeah. See what happens to those who make light of love? I mean, obviously she wasn't really making light of love. I think she was more just, you know, manipulated and totally intoxicated, so much so that, you know, there is a concept of, you know, fighting and doing as much as possible so that, you know, your love can actually be fulfilled. She was fighting. She was doing anything to support her lover. But the only thing is, because of the fact that that person had gone, it's obvious that, you know, her fighting was, you know, for the sake of a delusional goal. This hell of Rosas.
恋の種を芽吹かせる勇気を持てず、腐らせたる者がたどる末路。
Yeah, it's what happens to those who do not possess the courage to make the seed of love bud. Yeah, that is interesting, yeah, and instead allow it to rot. Yeah, and the thing is, isn't it really interesting to think that you can never have a rotten thing and then you can make it into something with potential? But it is interesting to think that if you have, let's say, a rotten seed, or, you know, anything rotten, in fact, you can put it into the soil, then it can decompose, and then it can obviously give rise to a new thing, potentially. So maybe the experiences gained from, you know, the rotten seed that has resulted in from failure of fighting could actually prove useful in, you know, making it so that you can have a love afterwards, really. Yeah. Well, you can actually. You can just... I mean, you could end your life. That would, in theory, end the pain. But, yeah, I don't really think that is a very good solution in a situation like this. God, one cannot end that pain by their own hands. Interesting. What's actually going to happen here? Oh, somebody's died. Huh? Just now, was that a red light? Yes, it was a red light. That was a red light. Oh my god. No, pardon me. Oh yeah, pardon me. I'm gonna fucking kill you. What? Oh, just now. I thought I saw something strange. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, you did. I wonder if oh, that's actually really quite interesting. I do wonder whatever's happened Kanon has peacefully killed Rosa, I'd assume. Yeah, I'd assume what's actually happening is it's hurting so much so that Rosa, maybe she's just oblivious to the pain, who knows. And it is really interesting to think that kind of reflects of her life, you know, completely oblivious to the pain, and then when she realises it all ruins it. When she was oblivious to the pain, she was being manipulated. So she was being oblivious to the pain of her fake love because of the fact that she was being manipulated to think that the love was real. That's how I actually kind of like that link that I made. I wonder if I'm tired. Yes, you are tired. It's probably just my imagination. Rosa picked up a cup of cold tea. Oh, when she did, she saw a small red rose petal float to the surface. A rose. Yeah, this is the servant's meaning of killing.
そのソファーは
Mercy and the end
ロー
of
ザ様
it.
が幼少の頃
Yeah, I've heard that in your youth.
好んで横になられたものと聞いております。
You love to lie on that sofa? Oh. Oh, that's brutal. So you're going to make it so that her corpse was discovered on the sofa that she loved. She loved to, you know, lie on. It wasn't a rose petal. Oh, yeah, it's a bit naive. It was a drop of blood. Yeah, and a bloody massive one. Oh, God, that had fallen from Rosa's eyes. Eyes? Jesus Christ. In an instant. Kanon had beautifully and precisely cut just a single thread of Rosa's life. Now, I say that, yeah. And I like that it says a single thread because obviously this is just one of the many Rosas that has lived. There was no wound on Rosa's body. However, several drops of blood dripped down from her eyes. Her pain, her uncertainties, and her worries were all gone now. Yeah, because of the fact that she is dead, I'd assume. Yeah, slowly, she fell down onto her side on the sofa. This has been one of the happiest things she had done during her happiest day of her life.
おやすみなさいませ。
Yeah, that's horrible. And isn't it just really interesting to think that with love, if you actually make it so that you, you know, you try the hardest you possibly can to make it so that you are having the happiest feelings, you know, if it doesn't work out, then, you know, it's just as if killing yourself or, you know, having someone else do it for you is the only way to get those feelings to go. And when they say that love is a drug that is worse than quite a lot of other ones, then, yeah, just look at this and you'll see why.
地獄は今
Oh, I know, it's so
終
brutal.
わりました。
Yeah, your hell has ended. Kanon took a blanket out of a cupboard and gently covered Rosa with it. Yeah, to anyone, it would have looked as though Rosa was just sleeping peacefully. No way. Those demons had not exaggerated when calling this trial a battle of love. It was at least accurate on this cruel but unassailable fact. Oh my god, that those who have their love shattered meet with death. Jesus Christ. Could that be indicative of the fact that Kinzo is going to
僕の
meet
喉が
death?
終わりだ。
Now it's
見
complete.
届けたか。
I mean, obviously,
Aftermath.
I know that Kinzo is dead, but at the same time, the illusion of Kinzo, maybe? Now my part is complete. Did you see that, demons? What the fuck?
しまった。
よくもママを殺したな。
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but, like, it looked just a little bit too easy. This person is one of the most powerful people, the Witch of Origin's apprentice. This is a magical battle. You really think that, oh my god, poor her. Yeah, isn't it really interesting to think that, you know, Kanon has made it so that, you know, Rosa has slept peacefully as a result of, you know, her feelings ending. But as a result of that, look at this person. Yeah, don't just consider Rosa, consider the people who actually love her and how their feelings are going to be changed. Yeah, that's awful. God, Maria has had such abuse in this chapter, it's so cruel. Yeah, but what isn't cruel in Umineko, let's be honest here? Ha, there's a trick question. Nothing! I'm happy we were able to hear this soundtrack again. You dare to kill my mama. Oh, God. Yeah, you're fucked. Yep. You dare to kill my mama. You dare to kill my mama! Oh, yeah. One of the two... Oh, yeah, one of the two great witches of the Mariage Sorciera. Maria! Gotta give the emphasis of the words from the capitals, you know, in the title. Yeah, though she was just an apprentice, the power sleeping within her had impressed... Oh, yeah, even Beatrice at the height of her strength, yeah. Giving one to the Sea of Zero. Yeah, in Maria's eyes, though, Dosa may have been the Black Witch. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, she was also the vessel of the mother she couldn't help but love. That is interesting. Her anger at having that stolen from her was near mad. Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't it be? It's so sad. You dare to, Mama. God, it's too cruel. God. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've just killed her fucking mother. What do you expect? Maria's attack was too emotional. Because of this, she didn't notice that Kanon had vanished for several heartbeats. Oh no, and she released her barrage at what had become empty space. In the meantime, Kanon jumped from wall to wall around to Maria's back. Oh. I don't want to kill past my quota. That's so cruel. Isn't it just really interesting that we're seeing so many realities of murder here? We're seeing from Jessica the guilt. Now we're seeing the fact that, you know, murder doesn't just end with one person in some situations. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, it's Sakutaro. Oh my god. Someone sounds pissed off. Yeah, it's not going to be that easy. I mean, obviously, you are basically just becoming some sort of weird-ass superhero, being able to literally run on the walls. But yeah, wall jump as well. I find that hilarious. What are... You! Oh, isn't that hilarious? Diplomatic immunity. I won't let you target Maria on me. Yeah, because obviously you can't legally target them if they have diplomatic immunity. That's hilarious. I won't let you target Maria on me. Oh my god! Wow. Oh, yeah, somebody could potentially be fucked. The red curved blade extending from Kanon's hand vanished in an instant. Yeah, definitely, yeah. He tried hard to make it reappear, but when he appeared to, when he attempted to use it on Maria and Sakutaro again, it vanished once more. Because of Sakutaro's power, he was unable to make either of them the target of his attacks. Oh, yeah, look at her face! There you are. How long have you been there? Well, I mean, obviously that is a really quite childish way of looking at it. Kanon has quite literally killed her mother, but okay. I won't let anyone bully Maria. Damn it. Yeah, Maria finally noticed where Kanon was, and she slowly turned around. Ooh, yeah, Kanon made his sword materialise yet again. No, but the only thing is Kanon has some sort of, Sakutaro has some weird sort of purple barrier. I love the switch in sprites, they're hilarious. But no matter how, oh yeah, but no matter how often he tried, it kept fading out, like a flashlight with a bad battery. Oh, that's quite funny. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, he doesn't deserve to be able to be led away. Yeah, I won't let you get away now. Yeah. I won't forgive you for the sin of stealing my mother away. God, look at her. So horrible that, you know, somebody actually has to be made to feel this. I'll kill you. Just like Mama killed all of them. Yeah, I'll kill you without any mercy. Yeah, isn't it really quite interesting to think, you know, this is referring to, you know, all of her friends, really. As Maria howled, the entire parlor was surrounded by a cube of red magic barrier. Oh, shit! Yeah, it was a closed room symbolizing a barrier that Connell could never escape. Yeah, understandable, yeah. God, I really wonder who's going to win. This is what I love about Yukishi's fights. There is so much to be lost from losing, yet at the same time, you just genuinely have no idea who is going to win and lose. Not here. Yeah, Connell cursed his bad luck. Even though he had fulfilled his golden... Oh my god, yeah. It's not fully fulfilled. It'd just be too easy if that would be the case. Yeah. Even though he had fulfilled his goal in the demon's trial, if he was killed here, he'd be dragged off the game. Yes. Agreed. Yeah. Maria. Don't overdo it. Oh no. Yeah, she'll probably say like, I'll do all that is necessary for somebody who has killed my fucking mother. Yeah. God, yeah, I'll be a little more gentle than Mama was. What are you doing? Ooh! God, we have some sort of magical circular power. Power like none of this. Who is it? What? Oh my god, by the way, yes! We have this theme again! I fucking love this theme! But anyway, quick exclamation over. Pardon me, Maria-sama. That is so surprising. In accordance with the contract with Zeppa-sama and Furu-sama, I come for your life. Jesus Christ. Ooh, the shattering of a red barrier. Shannon, don't get in my way. It's pointless, Shannon. God, Sakutaro actually being serious. I won't let anyone target Maria. Does that matter though? Yes. I don't intend to target her in any way. I will simply protect myself. Ooh, that's interesting. A cylindrical red magical barrier surrounded Shannon as she stood in the center of the parlor. She made its brightness and thickness grow, and its radius suddenly expanded, filling up the room. It wasn't targeting Maria. The power was being wielded to protect Shannon's body. Ah, so Sakutaro's power didn't make it disappear. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is just really interesting. This displays when limits become as overwhelming as they possibly can be. You cannot let them crush you, because if you do, then it doesn't show that you have true love, and then you fucking die because of this trial. Would you let your feelings for Melody collapse in a situation like this? Yeah, good one. Yeah, get a hold of yourself. It's horrible. It really is horrible, this. God, yeah, they're just being totally crushed by the shield. Yeah, but now the shield with Shannon at the center had covered up the entire room. So that means her body is going to be protected, you know, with the entire room. Yeah, as power crushed Maria and Sakutaro into the corner. Ironically, they were perfectly wedged between Shannon's barrier and the closed room barrier Maria had set up to prevent Kanon from escaping. No good. can't escape. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, that's actually really quite bad that she's seen through it. Deny the closed room, deny the murder, potentially. I see this as a closed room. Is she literally just going to be able to get out of this by opening the door? Oh, I like that. This might just be perfect for that wannabe detective who's trying to deny Beato's magic. Is it? Is that acceptable? What? Yes, it's fine. Crush me. I'm sorry, but there is no way she would be feeling so, you know, willing for something like this to happen. Then here it comes. What? I'm sorry, but there is no way that Maria has actually died. The entire room was filled with the red light of the shield, and the output and pressure were raised to their limits. Then crushed between the shield and their own closed room barrier. Maria and Sakutaro lost their forms, scattered into a golden splash, and disappeared! There's no way that they actually won that. God. That surprises me so much. Thank you. I couldn't afford to disappear here. If you lost it in a place like this, you wouldn't be able to let it go. Yeah, that is understandable. No regret would be able to have, you know, stopped. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't give up if I lost in a place like this. Yeah. Zeppa-sama, Furfa-sama. Oh yeah, that's actually a really quite smart move, making it so that, yeah, we have both finished our trial. Yeah, just leeching off of, you know, Kanon's trial. But it is really interesting to think that to be able to protect... I don't really understand what Shannon has actually protected, though. So, I mean, even though Shannon has thought, you know, to protect her love, she hasn't thought to protect George. She has thought to protect a person that she loves dearly. Not as a, obviously, as a partner, but as a friend. So I think you could actually validly have that, because of the fact that Shannon has actually done something for the person that she loves as, you know, a friend and a brother, really. This could be valid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, truly splendid. No complaints for Ruthie. God. Then shall we finish with Beatrice's turn? Oh, where did she go? Ooh. Isn't that really quite surprising though? So, you know, Shannon must have had such a ridiculous amount of conviction for her love. So much so that she's been able to make a barrier that has gone across the entire room and that has literally crushed Maria. I mean, that is unbelievable. But isn't it really interesting to think that they can use the power of a closed room on their side? Because, you know, the parlour especially, it's a room that so many people would want to go into. And, you know, it is the most common room. If someone has suddenly died somehow there, then obviously it would be really quite difficult. Obviously, you've got to make it so that it's in a position, you know, Rosa has been killed in a position that nobody can actually suspect suicide from. So, for example, I don't know, like, you know, some sort of lightweight weapon or some sort of stake that would require a lot of force to be gouged in from the back. Yeah, isn't it really quite interesting to think that Yeah, isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, with regards to this, you know, Maria probably doesn't feel like any remorsefulness about the fact that she's about to die. She doesn't feel any care about the fact that she will die because of the fact that, you know... Well, I'm sorry, but she doesn't care about the fact that she's going to die because of the fact that she wants to be reunited with her mother. You know, she loves her mother so much that she doesn't care whether she'll be alive or not. And anyway, even if she dies, you know, she'll be able to be united in the Golden Land as well. And that's what she truly believes. So it's just really quite ironic that, you know, she puts up so little of a fight because of the fact that she's so non-hesitant to, you know, go to death. To be honest, I am a little bit disappointed with how little they showed us here. But at the same time, I think if you then tie what I've just thought about it, it actually adds, if you ask me, another little layer onto Maria's character and a bit of a justification on, you know, what's actually happened there. And, you know, her emotions as well. It justifies them a little more and really gives them... It really gives evidence of how strong they are. So I think that is actually positive. So, though I am a little bit disappointed, I like what that disappointment has actually shown me, if you get what I mean. Then, shall we finish with Beatrice's turn? Oh, where did she go? That is actually a good question. Yeah, so the victim she's chosen, of course. Victim? Who is the victim? Then let's go there as well. Oh boy. Right, whoever we see here, that is if we're going to see somebody. Could you imagine if she goes to Erika? Oh my god. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Don't go to Erika, that's literally the hardest opponent out of everybody. Oh, that's cruel. Oh my god, so Natsuhi's probably going to get it. But to be fair, Natsuhi is a good target for closed rooms. You can't deny that. Right, I'm just going to have a bit of a break. Okay. What am I doing? Oh my god. If I was looking at this with no context, I would think that I am drunk, but I am not drunk. I do not drink. I'm just being very weird at the moment. Right, Natsuhi could be seen in her personal room. Krauser told her to go to bed. But she couldn't afford to lie around sleeping on an important day like that. Jesus Christ, I mean, isn't it just really quite interesting to think that, you know, the indications of the fact that this was an arranged marriage really are evident in the fact that, you know, I mean, obviously this is an order from the husband, and it's just interesting, you know, in so many arranged marriages, like, it's just really quite surprising to me that so many societal implications that, you know, would have thought would be standard are just so backward because of the fact that, you know, this is the way they've been brought up, really. It's horrible. I mean, yeah. Krauser told her to go to bed, but she couldn't afford to lie around sleeping on an important day like this. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. However, she realised that she was the type to get excited easily. And that this sometimes held her husband back. Yeah, so... Yeah, isn't it really quite ironic? Excited. I mean, obviously not excited quite literally, but, you know, excited in the fact that stressed, provoked. Yeah, so though she didn't like it one bit, yeah, there was no way around it. And it's just interesting to think, you know, here, totally being ruled over emotionally because of the fact that Kraus isn't fully approving of it. Yeah. It was probably close to the time for the break to end, and the family conference would begin once again in the dining hall. Yeah, the first murders are soon going to get discovered, I'd assume. Her husband would have to protect the Ushinomiya family honour from those greedy siblings, all by himself. Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, isn't it really quite interesting to think that though this is so brutal, and though everything regarding, you know, it's just kind of denying one of the core concepts of your methods of arguing and kind of denying your worth as a person, I suppose. But at the same time, I think it is very, very true what's being said here. Yeah, if she grew emotional by his side, she would just tie him down. Yeah. Yeah. Though she knew that quietly waiting here was the best way she could support him, that didn't make waiting any easier. Oh yeah, definitely, because obviously it's such... Ooh, Natsuhi pulled a small treasure box out of a drawer. This was her secret box. Inside was everything from valuable items to mere rubbish. However, they were all precious, memorable treasures in Natsuhi's eyes. Interesting. She pulled out a small pouch out of the box. She stuck her hand inside it. It was the kind of charm that her own family had given her when she had married. Oh, isn't that interesting? Yeah, a spirit mirror to ward off evil. Her own face was reflected in it. Oh yeah, isn't it ironic to think that, you know, she's probably going to be killed by Beatrice, but at the same time, obviously, she has this spirit mirror. It really poses a challenge against Beatrice if she is going to be the one who is killed. Her own face was reflected in it. Youth doesn't last forever. Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. Recently, she'd seen a bit of her parents and her grandparents on her own face. Yeah. So by staring at her reflection in a mirror like this, she felt as though her soul had returned to the family she'd been born into. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. It's just, you know, because of the fact that she resembles in her face so many, not only she resembles her parents and grandparents a lot, but also because of the fact that it's a reminder of, you know, everything that has happened before she has been, you know, married. It must take her back. I can see why she'd, you know, store this. Dad, Mum. That's horrible. Yeah, I've always been so ignorant and unable to support my husband. Of course, her face in the mirror did not answer. Yeah, definitely, yeah. However, Natsuhi continued. I wait here alone because I love my husband. Yeah, that is understandable. However, I think love means being close to one another. Though I understand logically that staying here is the best way I can help him. Fair, yeah. Yeah, I still feel wretched for doing it. That is fully understandable. Yeah. It's tough, isn't it? Waiting for the sake of love. Yeah. Oh, that is horrible. No, but I do see what she means, and it is interesting that, you know, you have a really different angle on love here. I mean, obviously these two do love each other, but the only thing is, with regards to their, you know, love, to show the most love, she must defy the original conventions of, you know, a couple in love, really, to, you know, make it so that they are completely separated rather than, you know, facing a challenge together. Yeah, with the plot, a tear fell onto the mirror. Yeah, oh dear, memories of her life at her parents' house rose up inside her. Now was the time for her to follow her parents' example. Yeah, when her father came back home late, her mother would always sit up straight waiting for him, prepared for him to arrive at any moment. God, yeah. She would always wait for him, kneeling in the entrance hall, and no matter how late he came home, she would always wake up and all the children and line up to greet him. God, isn't that really interesting? I mean, God, this is absurd. Yeah, a total upbringing that has had the respect of the husband really, really emphasised. At that time, I only thought of her as being exceptionally strict. Oh yeah, that is understandable, yeah. And, you know, I mean, obviously it is kind of a low thing to do to entirely inconvenience your kids and make it so that they are woken up from their sleep. But at the same time, it shows the strength of your feelings. The fact that you don't care about what you were doing that is kind of low to prove your feelings. It does show it. Persevering in her love for her beloved husband, even after being left in charge of the house while he was out. Yeah. My God, because of your love for your husband. Because of your love for your husband, you couldn't bear to be made to care for an unfamiliar child. God, isn't that interesting? Just totally hitting where it hits the most. The sudden voice made by Natsuhi... The sudden voice made by Natsuhi jump... sorry, the sudden voice made Natsuhi jump up and look about the room. Right! When she did, there was a Western lady wrapped in an extravagant dress. Yep. Who are you? God, this must be so ridiculously terrifying. Just, you know, to see somebody in your room after nothing has actually happened whatsoever, and then, you know, to make it so that there is no means of escape whatsoever. Natsuhi was confused. There was no one like this in the match. Exactly, yeah. However, though this is her first time seeing this person, it felt as though she had seen her somewhere before. Oh yeah, you have seen her somewhere else. Yeah, her mind had gone blank with anger at the ruffian who had snuck into her private room, and confusion over the appearance of someone she didn't know. So it took quite some time before she realised that this was the Witch of the Portrait. Isn't that actually really quite interesting to think that episode 5, with regards to the whole illusion of Beatrice and how, you know, prominent the illusion was, I just find it so surprising to think that, you know, because of, it's just so cool to think how much, you know, the situations that are predetermined by the game masters can actually make the events of the, you know, chapters differ. I mean, you know, in episode 5 she was acquainted with Beatrice so much so that Beatrice was one of the main people who tried to protect her, but like an illusion, completely powerless in the end. This time, however, my god, total cluelessness. Lack of recognition. Oh, isn't that interesting? And I think that actually has a lot of relevance to Beatrice because of the fact that she is kind of like a baby herself. I mean, not really. I mean, if you obviously understand something, if you have the maturity to say something like this, you are not a baby. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, she is new to this world and she is trying to grow up to be the best person she possibly could. So obviously she can't stand somebody who may have also had that potential but has been completely shattered because of the fact that Natsuhi has murdered the baby. Though you murdered a baby you didn't know on that day 19 years ago, I will not hold that said against you. Yeah. Isn't it really quite ironic to think that in all of the answer arcs so far, Natsuhi has just been treated so fucking cruelly? What are you talking about? Oh, what's on the script, man? Berto had chosen Natsuhi as her sacrifice. Yeah. Oh. She was Battler's enemy. Berto didn't know much about the details of Battlers, but yeah, I really do wonder, yeah. However, she knew about the fragment from the previous game, and knew that there was a chance that Battler was the baby that Natsuhi had pushed off a cliff 19 years ago. Oh yeah, that's understandable. Isn't it really quite interesting to think that, you know, with regards to this, she doesn't even know, she's literally going off intuition here. But at the same time, you know, this is, as a result of intuition, you know, she has chosen her target. Battler had used this blue wedge to protect Natsuhi from certain false charges. But if you took it as a confession by Battler himself... Yeah, then from Berto's position, Natsuhi was an enemy who probably... Yeah, who probably forced Battler to live a painful life. Exactly, yeah, I see that. That's so fair. Yeah, you killed that baby who lacked your husband's blood for the sake of your love for your husband. So also for the sake of love, I will not hold it against you. Yeah, isn't it really interesting to think that love has so many sides that you can use something that has been brilliantly done for love. You know, Beatrice's intentions are brilliant to, you know, eradicate something that has been done horribly that has also been for the very same purpose. Love. Yeah, that posh professional face is not going to last long. Isn't it really quite ironic to think that she's just having memories of all of her parents and all of the stuff relating to that? And now we are realising what a horrible deed the parents have raised somebody to, that is, you know, of a deed that, the horrible deed of somebody who has been raised by those very parents. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. She knows that. Get out, this is my room. not listening to the insults whatsoever or the, strict scolding.
あなたを殺すこともまた
Oh, I think she will.
問わないでください
Therefore, please do not hold it against me when I kill you for the sake of my love. I mean, I'm sorry, but who can not hold it against somebody? Yeah, Bertha slowly stuck out her arms and made as if to grab something in empty space. That grab bound itself around Natsuhi's neck! Jesus Christ! Natsuhi's heel was lifted up and a faint purple shape appeared around her neck. Natsuhi frantically scratched at her neck, trying to stop whatever was strangling her, but there was nothing there. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, so to an outsider, it looked as though Natsuhi was standing on her toes in anguish, scratching at her own neck. Isn't this ironic that this could deny Hinamizawa syndrome?
愛し合う二人たちが皆決意を見せました
Yeah, definitely though. God, that is vivid. But the only thing is, obviously, there is never an easy finish. What is going to be the catch here? Well, it's going to be because of the fact that, you know, Beatrice is going to have to prove the love that she has so obviously been able to have to Battler. Yeah, both pairs of lovers have shown their determination.
私のバトラさんへの思いが
Yeah,
それに劣っているとは思いません
I do not think that my love for Battler-san is inferior to theirs.
私が19年前のあなたの罪を咎めないように私も自らのこの罪を咎めません
God, isn't it just interesting to see, you know, in Beatrice's voice, I mean, no confidence, not really, you know, ferocity, no ferocity, just, you know, softness, even in a time like this, and, you know, at the end of it, I just sensed a lot of guilt as well. Both pairs of lovers have shown their determination. Yeah, definitely, yeah, I do not think that my love for Battler-san is inferior to theirs. Yeah, definitely. Just as I will not blame you for your sin of 19 years ago, I will not blame myself for this sin. Yeah, the pride of thinking that your love is not inferior to others, and also the murder. God, that's horrible. It is unbelievable to think that, you know, something purple was just, you know, lifted up. I mean, that is really odd. Yeah, but that is understandable, yeah. As Natsuhi twisted in agony, something she had been grasping fell from... Ooh, yeah! Fell from her grip. Instead of falling by her feet, Bertolt dropped her gaze to see what it... I mean, obviously that's going to be one of the biggest mistakes whatsoever, but I'm sorry, you're literally trying to strangle somebody. Why are you not putting the utmost concentration into the fact that you literally have somebody's life in your hands right now? If you're trying to end it as soon as possible. Don't, like, be distracted. That's ridiculous. It was Natsuhi's spirit mirror. Oh, yeah, when she peered into it, there was a sound like a burst of electricity. Yeah, because obviously this is somehow, Isn't it really interesting to think that with mirrors, because of the fact that they make it so that an illusion is reflected, that potentially proves the fact that they're disproved and it's harmful for them. It's because of the fact that, you know, from an objective viewpoint, how would the image of an illusion be able to be reproduced from a reflection of glass? Would it be able to? Maybe that's why it's because of the, maybe it's because of the fact that mirrors deny magic. Then again, with that logic, every single piece of glass would deny it, so I don't know. Like, every single window would deny Beatrice. But at the same time, we've seen the fact that she can open doors, open windows, sorry. So, I don't know if that applies. It was Natsuhi's spirit mirror. When she peered into it, there was a sound like a burst of electricity. Oh yeah, somebody's screwed. Yeah, that sound released Natsuhi from the invisible hands. Yeah, made Bertolt topple backwards like a doll! Yeah. God, that must have been painful. Yeah, get that mirror and then use it. Yeah, coughing Natsuhi tried to comprehend what was going on around her. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, Bertolt rolled over. And dizzy as though she had just bumped her head. Oh yeah, she's doing anything she can. She slowly tried to stand up. Her eyes were bewildered, and as though even she didn't really understand what would happen. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Who would? What? What is this? Oh, it is defeat.
これは意外だ。
Yeah, that is surprising.
雲の巣を触っても平気だったそなたが霊鏡はダメだというの
It's because it's all an illusion, and that does make sense because of the fact that Beatrice the Elder is an illusion that's specifically crafted upon the you know, tales of Rock Enjima, whereas, you know, Beatrice, this chick Beatrice is, you know, for Basila's love. Yeah, that is surprising. You can, but at the same time they are still illusions, so I think this would apply to any illusion. This is surprising. You could touch spiderwebs without trouble, but you can't handle the spirit mirror.
私にも何が何だか分かりません。
Even I don't have a clue what's happening.
一体何が
What in the world? Yeah, she had thought that only Balthor the Elder possessed non-human weak points, such as getting burned by spiderwebs and wards and yeah, definitely, yeah, and having her power sealed by spirit mirrors. However, for some reason, the spirit mirror alone could apparently affect Balthor as well. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. Even Balthor couldn't understand what about the spirit mirror had such an overwhelming effect on her. Yeah, it is interesting. I think my theory, that's what I'm gonna think. But Natsuhi was different. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, she instantly realised that the reason for this hesitation, for the hesitation of this unearthly being, the Witch of the Portrait, must be the power of the mirror. Yeah. So she rapidly crawled across the floor and picked it up. Then she stuck it out so Balthor could see it. Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, Balthor still didn't know what was happening. So, still sitting down, she looked straight at it. Ooh, that's deadly. Yeah, definitely, yeah. She's probably really understanding the extent of the danger. And this time, both of them understood the situation completely. Yeah, Balthor realised that the mirror was working some hateful power against her. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And that's how he realised that the spirit mirror had the power to repel witches.
鏡がどうして
Why is the mirror?
それはお前が横島の魔女だからです。
But that is understandable, yeah, it's because you're an evil witch. Well, I don't say that she's a witch!
霊言新たかなるこの霊鏡は邪悪な存在の全てを退けるのです。
Yeah, that is understandable though. It's because you're an evil witch. This miraculous spirit mirror repels all creatures of evil. Yeah, fair.
それを向けないで
Don't point it at me. With the spirit mirror still held out, Natsuhi cautiously closed the gap between them. Yeah. She was cautious, so as to prevent the other from suddenly lashing out and stealing the mirror. But she suddenly moved to corner this evil.
あなたが何者なのか
I don't know who you
私に
are.
分かるのはあなたは私を殺そうとしたこと
I don't know who you are. All I know is that you tried to kill me.
この霊鏡にひるむ邪悪な存在であるということです
Yeah, so use the wake point. Yeah, and I know that you are a creature of evil, fearful of this spirit mirror.
退きなさい邪悪め
Begone, evil one! Oh my god, no, this is actually really quite deadly because of the fact that Beatrice is totally naive. This is the worst thing though. The strength of her feelings may not be able to be proven whatsoever. Balthor didn't understand what was happening herself, and the thing is she can't use magic whatsoever, yet she didn't know why she had to fear this spirit mirror. Oh god, yeah. However, when she tried to look at the bright light let off by the spirit mirror, it pierced her eyes. Though she didn't understand why she must be afraid, she did understand that she must be afraid. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. So you need to do something. I don't know what, but you need to do something to break the glass. By now, Balthor realised that this spirit mirror was both terrifying and harmful. Oh god, that's horrible. Yeah. As it came closer to her, she felt an increasingly strong and painful burning sensation over her whole body. So someone was approaching her with a hot... Jesus Christ. She couldn't even open her eyes because of the mirror's bright, painful glint. God, yeah, that must hurt. Well, I mean, to be honest, that is kind of what you get for trying to literally kill somebody, but...
元の世界へ退散なさい。横島なる者よ。
Go, return to the world from whence you came, evil one!
白宮夏日、邪悪に対して一歩たりともひるみはしません。
Yeah, nice denial. I, Ushinomiya Natsuhi, do not fear evil in the slightest, in the least. It's no use. Why? Why is this musty mirror so... Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, I mean, you would want to comprehend that, but at the same time, you know, you can't... Isn't it really interesting to think that Beatrice hasn't actually been able to show the strength of, you know, her feelings for Battler? God, it's so brutal. It really, really is, yeah. Oh, maybe this could potentially be some sort of turning point. If I lose here, I'll be the only one. Yes, you will be the only one, yeah, to fail this trial. Yeah. Just like Joe-san on Shan on Shan. Shan on Shan? Ah, yes. And Shan on San. And Jessica-san on Kanon-san. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, so you don't be the odd one out. You try again, please. Try. Oh, wait, obviously you can't do a rerun of this, but obviously you can make it so that you do things that could make you more advantaged. I don't know. I also want Batara-san to acknowledge me. Yes. And treasure me. Oh, no. And even though I finally managed to be honest with myself, in a place like this, I alone will be... Yeah, totally screwed. Oh, no. Yeah, you, Tempter. Yeah. Are you giving up? Oh no, this is the worst thing. This is the worst thing. Only you. Yeah, believe, seriously. A miracle of love will surely occur. I find it really quite interesting to think that these people, you know, everyone here is treating this as such a serious game. They are treating it as the game of their life. But the only thing is, you know, obviously, these, I don't know, people, these demons, because of the fact that they actually want to make these plays as entertaining as possible. You know, they will conduct these trials to the best of their fashion. They will have the most entertaining show. So they will make it so that Beatrice may not lose hope. Hi. Love. Yeah, Batara-san. I want him to notice me. And I want him to acknowledge and accept my... I know, yeah. Yeah. If my reason for calling him father and dedicating myself to him was after duty towards a parent of mine, I would have been satisfied with no reward. That was a deception I used to fool myself. I love Batara-san, and I want him to... It is interesting that I accept it. I won't turn away any longer. Yeah. I was born because I love Batara-san, and I want him to love me. And so... Yeah, good one, yeah, listen to those demons. God, when would I ever think that? When would I ever want to say that seriously and encouragingly? It's just wrong, but okay. And so I cannot lose. No, you cannot, no. Here. Yeah. God, she sounds so absurdly frail and weak. She needs to be able to get back with this. She needs to just become a Toho player. She needs to make it so that no matter what happens, the laser of the mirror cannot, you know, dodge her. What's a good example of what she should do? I don't know. Toraman Shaw's, what's it? Oh my god, this is... it's the second to last spell card. If you know what I'm talking about. Kind of reminds me of that. Begone Evil One. There is no place for you here. Is there? Can't prove that. Yeah, but the only thing is, she is having to endure such a ridiculous amount of pain. I mean, it must be so weird just to have, you know, such a burning sensation that it literally feels as if an iron is... oh, God. That must be horrible. Yeah, her determination... I know, that's the worst thing. Yeah, but at the same time, is there still hope? That's my question. Her determination came too late. The only thing is, this is submitting to a loss. Oh, yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, if she'd had it from the start, she probably would have managed to finish off Natsuki right then, without any fear. Because she had wavered. It had taken time to kill Natsuki. Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, you should have just done it instantly, without any respect or courtesy for the greetings. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't have had any conversation in the beginning. Should have just done it when she had no awareness of you. Yeah, because she had wavered. It had taken time to kill Natsuki, and things had ended up like this. But now I'm resolved. Yes, I want to love Batara-san. I want him to love me. Isn't it just genuinely horrible to think that this may actually be really bad? God, yeah. You can't though, seriously. And I think it's really bad to think that, you know, she has been defeated here because she cannot be. She cannot be. And so I cannot lose here. Yeah, after all, I was born for Batara-san's sake. You go, Beatrice. Yes, that is. Ah, what we wanted to hear. What the fuck? That's a bit scary. What has happened? Because you know shit's getting real if we're hearing Dream End Discharger. Oh my god. Oh yeah, just after a sound like a beetle banging off, all the walls filled the room. The spirit mirror was knocked out of Natsuhi's outstretched hand. Which sin is it going to be though? Right, let's do a sin prediction, because obviously we know it's going to be the 7 Stakes of Purgatory. Right, so... Sloth. That's my guess, Sloth. Yeah, I think Sloth. Belphegor. The spirit mirror was knocked out of Natsuhi's outstretched hand. It fell to the floor, and the stake flying around the room pierced through it. With a crack. Oh, that is hopeless. Who is it going to be, though? Ah, makes sense. Yeah, Lucifer of Pride right here. Makes sense. You dare mock me by choosing a single old mirror to be my first target in so long. Isn't that ironic? Yeah, but it is actually really quite interesting to think that Natsuhi does... I suppose she has the pride of being a good wife, I suppose. Yeah, and as a result of that, she doesn't do the most she can for love, really. Well, I suppose instead of being there with your love, you are just isolated in your room. Maybe that's why. Isn't it really interesting to think that the demons, they are contributing, they are trying to make the show as entertaining as possible. They are making it so that, you know, you are here. Power is given by the demons. It is interesting that. And I think it, you know, for example, they wanted to properly test people like, for example, Jessica, because of the fact that they made Leviathan as an opposing factor to her. I think... Oh, for fuck's sake, I missed the best part of the song. I'm gonna have to wait like 10 minutes for that to come back again. Okay, this part is fucking good to be fair, but still. Oh my god, yeah, that must just be such a good means of improvement. Oh, Lucifer-san. I'm surprised Beatrice actually knows of Lucifer.
試練の遂行を
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, Beatrice-sama, you must complete your trial.
逃げられます
Ah, yes, well, I suppose in this case, firstly, it's making it so that the closed room happens, and secondly, it's making it so that, you know, Natsuhi can actually, you know, die here. Oh yeah, that's the worst thing. Yeah, because obviously any denial of this being a closed room is deadly. Help me. Oh god, yeah. Now that the spirit mirror, her last ray of hope, had been smashed, and the number of strange demons had increased, Natsuhi could do nothing but run for. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. However, if she made a scene and people gathered, yes, the anti-magic toxin would burn Beato. You need to do it as quickly as possible. Yeah, now was her last chance. Exactly. Yeah. Kill that fucking bastard. Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Lucifer-san. Oh my god, there's no time for any of this. Yeah, prepare yourself for Shinomiya Natsuhi. God, yeah, seeing her genuine, feared expression, it's not really something we'd see much at all. Oh, yeah, somebody's being strangled. Yeah, once again, Beato choked the thin air. Yeah, this time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she wouldn't let her escape. Yep. She had to end Natsuhi's pain right away before it got too drawn out. Yes, definitely. Yeah. This is the thing. Oh, fuck. But her power wasn't an... Oh, no. Ooh, yeah, though Natsuhi scratched at her neck, she also struggled to escape from the room. Her shaking hand stretched out to the lock on the door. A closed room is one of the concepts that allows a witch to be a witch. Just unlocking the door strengthened... Oh, yes. Strengthen the anti-magic toxin once a little. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Since Beato was at her limit, even with a closed room. Yeah, even within a closed room, if Natsuhi undid that lock... Oh, yeah, she would be totally screwed, yeah. Beato's power would weaken immediately, and Natsuhi would surely escape into the hallway. Exactly, and then the more people that are there, the more anti-magic toxin... Yeah, their strengths were matched. Yeah. However, Natsuhi's began to surpass Beato slightly. Yeah, I see that, yeah. The power of, the living... The power of living is... The power of living to live is fundamentally stronger than the power of magic. Yeah, that is understandable, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, the power of just... I suppose because of the fact that Beatrice, obviously, I mean, this is one of the most important features of her life, but with Natsuhi, if she messes this up, that is her life destroyed. Of course, Beato was mustering all of her might. Yeah, however, Natsuhi was just a bit stronger. To be fair, you do have a stake of purgatory there, but they're not going to do all the hard work for you. You need to do stuff yourself. What the fuck? That's enough.
Lucifer,
do it. As you wish. What the genuine fuck? Wow. I can't believe that! Oh, that is interesting, because even though Beatrice was trying to... What may have lost, the result doesn't matter, it's just what you've actually proved to Basilar. That's what my assumption is. Such a warm theme. I actually really like this. I just genuinely can't believe this. It's going to be so interesting to see what's going to happen now. Lucifer transformed into a stake, and like the time she had smashed Natsuhi's spirit mirror, flew violently across the room. Then she struck Natsuhi's forehead. Yep, somebody is totally screwed. Yeah, Natsuhi crumpled slowly. When Beato saw this, she also fell to her knees, breathing hard. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, but this. Hey, Zeppa. Does this count? Well, I mean, I suppose you have killed your target. Yeah, that is understandable. But the only thing that's kind of ironic about this, Battle is infinitely more powerful than any of these demons. It doesn't even matter. Does this count? Beatrice didn't complete the trial by her own strength alone, right? That's right, Fufu. Yeah, true. This trial must be accomplished without borrowing the help of any other. Yeah, but I think it should be, yeah. It's only because of the fact that it's Battler, but maybe this is an exception? Oh yeah, I like that, yeah, a parent lover as one. I find it really quite interesting that, you know, these people just totally have the, you know, dramatic skills. You can tell that Yukishi did try to write some plays before this, you know, from these characters. You know, it's just really quite interesting to think that, you know, just totally making it so that we're quite scared for the fate of Beatrice, but then we realise that we're totally pleased and all of our doubts are just turned into happiness. In such a quick moment, really. A pair in love was one. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. This doesn't count as help from the outside. Isn't it ironic to think that? But I suppose that totally proves the fact that they are a pair in love, I suppose. Yeah. This is going to be so interesting. Oh, seriously though, yeah. Oh my god, I really wonder how they're going to... Yeah, do you really have to scare me like that as soon as the first twilight? My apologies. Oh, no, you don't apologise. Sorry, I didn't listen to your instructions. Instructions? Well, I didn't stay in my room. Beato hung her head apologetically. When he saw this, Battler scratched his head uncomfortably. Yeah, no, I see that. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, in that case, I should apologise too. I should have chosen my words more carefully. No, you did nothing wrong. Yeah, father. I mean, Battler-san. Yeah, he is such a nice person to actually be able to forgive Beatrice. To be able to cast aside all of the pain and to be able to make it feel as if this is a tribute to it, really. Yeah, it's okay. Call me whatever you like. Huh? Yeah, that just shows a total change of heart, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but now he's looking at her casually, yeah. Battler had always looked at the new Beatrice sternly. However, that was gone from his expression now. Yes. Yeah. True, the old you may have just called me Battler. At first, I might have tried to force you to speak to me that way. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that would be pointless. That's so nice, yeah. Yeah, to actually realise that, that's brilliant. That is brilliant, and I feel so much admiration to him for being able to realise that, even after, you know, the amount of painful circumstances that, you know, realising that would have to entail. You're Alberto, but you're still you. Brilliant. You can call me whatever you want. Sure, that works great. Yep, can't say being called father is really my thing. Who would really find that their thing, especially if, you know, they look around the same age? God, she just sounds so happy. Yeah. Yes. Earlier, she had hesitated just to say Basila's... Oh my god, yeah, just to say Basila's name at all. And isn't it just really interesting that absurd amount of confidence that has increased? I mean, obviously, she still has a lot more time to go, but she can do it, definitely. If Basila had told her to say his name without honorifics... Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah, she couldn't have done so right now. And even if she had, that might have hurt Basila even more... Yes, true. Yeah, it is hard. You've got to be so careful. However, now, she was allowed to call Basila by his name. Yeah. You just had to look into her eyes. I know, yeah, to see how happy this made her. I heard from Zepar and Fufa. Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, it seems a strange game has started. Yes. Oh no. Yeah, sorry for getting involved all on my own. Yeah, isn't it just really quite interesting that whenever she apologised, she's just, you know, doing her desire that has been there since the beginning, just gaining Basila's approval, really. Sorry for getting involved all on my own. No problem. Oh yeah, that's good, yeah. That reckless way you leap in before you understand is really like you. Yeah, look at the game board. Look at the fact that you have this on proves it. I already know it. And, well, I've heard about the thing with this game. That is fair. To be fair, it is really quite unfair for Beatrice, the fact that she wasn't able to. Yeah, apparently you're supposed to play it in pairs. The fact that they call him Lord Battler. Yes, that is correct, Lord Battler. If you can succeed in winning through our trial. We will bless the pair of you and bestow a miracle of magic upon you. It seems these guys have been giving their power to Beato's golden butterfly brooch. I say that, yeah, that means its effectiveness is guaranteed. We've been stuck with each other for a long time now. I see that, yeah. Nothing wrong with playing this sort of game every now and then. God, she's just not even listening to her words. She is just so happy with the fact that her efforts have not only been acknowledged, but, you know, affection has been, you know, succeeded. Oh, did you hear that, Fufa? It looks like Lord Battler is joining in as well. Yeah. That's no surprise. After all, we've known since the beginning. Welcome to our trial, Lord Battler. Oh my god. So who will your sacrifice be? Has he though? I've already done my part, but yeah, go and check if you want. Or maybe that's going to be some sort... Maybe it's because of the fact that maybe he's going to use a loophole. Maybe this, when he says go check around, you know, this could potentially be... Wait, you've got to be kidding me. No, don't tell me he's killed all 4 lovers. By the way, yeah, that is actually a really good point. Why is nobody else here? Oh my god. Worst possible scenario time. Holy shit. Very well, Lord Battler. I am actually really quite scared about this. Yeah, come further. Let's go check. Yes, let's. But Zepar. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but the only thing is this would be overridden by what I think. This means that all 6 lovers have succeeded in their trials, right? Yeah, what should we do next? The resolve of all 6 is the real deal. Well, are there 6? Who were Battler's sacrifices? Right, let's just think about this. So Shannon, well, so we've had Shannon who has killed, Shannon and Kanon who have killed Maria and Rosa, so that's 2, and then Kiria has been killed by Kiria and Eva. So that means Battler has killed, and yeah, Natsuhi obviously, so that does mean that Battler could have potentially killed 1 person. But maybe he has killed 4 at the very worst, and he is just hiding the bodies of 3 of them. Who knows? The resolve of all 6 is the real deal. Let us test them further in the next trial. That is, if they are even there. Yeah, the 2 noisy demons disappeared. They had apparently left to go check on the sacrifice Battler had killed. And also, so that Battler and Berto, who could finally look at each other in the eye and talk. Oh, yeah, that's sweet, yeah. Yeah, in the eye and talk, could have some time alone. It feels so deserved, man. It really does. Oh! Definitely not something I'd expect. Ooh, isn't that interesting? I really like this. You know, the fact that we're just... No, I actually really do see how this could potentially all be a tale thought on by, you know, Featherin or, you know, Hachijo Doya. And what I do find interesting about this is, you know, the whole play-like narrative and the whole, you know, staged and scripted-like narrative. You know, it could be because of the fact that it is quite literally made because of somebody who, you know, appears to know the truth of it. But the only thing is, you know the truth and you appear to know everything. So you make stories which are, you know, you make stories which are alterations of the truth, and, you know, though they will display the same culprit, they will be different. They may not be an actual representation of what has happened. But the only thing is, I suppose it's just a different interpretation of the truth. And we, I suppose by reading this, we are seeing, you know, Toya's interpretation of the truth. I don't know. That is actually really quite interesting. What is the next trial going to be? What do you think of this tale so far? This is going to be interesting. When suddenly asked this question, and she immediately came to us and says, oh yeah, fair, yeah, just so immersed in the tale that, you know, she's not there. Yeah, so then she realised that she had been immersed in Hachijo's tale. She felt a bit defeated and tried to look displeased. Yeah. Yeah, to actually divert the attention from the real culprit, because whoever in the real world has actually done all of these murders has made it so that people have been, you know, they have had reasons to murder, and maybe they have actually manipulated them for the fear of killing their love. Yeah, you cleverly tried to distract us with this love trial stuff. Yeah. Exactly, yeah, but exactly 6 people have died setting up the first Twilight. Impressive. Oh, you're right. I hadn't realised. And Marcus clapped his hands as though he'd just been outsmarted. I like that, yeah. Even though he figured it out before me. I played the fool. Oh, surprising. Exactly though, yeah. It actually works really quite well. Yeah, that's simply because the number of lovers just happened to be 6. I see that, yeah. The fact that it had matched to the number of the first Twilight was half coincidence, half design. Exactly, yeah. No, I see that, yeah. It's a bit more interesting that way. Feels more like fate. I love that, yeah. Yeah, humans have the bad habit of taking 2 meaningless phenomena and trying to link them together. Seriously though, yeah, trying to make them seem like fate is just a trick of books. Oh, that's brilliant.
お
Yeah.
嬢はディスティニーとかミラクルとか
No.
そういうのに冷たいタイプらしいですな。
I guess you aren't a fan of Destiny and Miracles, lady.
UFO と同じよ。
It's like UFOs. What, Toho 12? Undefined fantastic objects?
誰もが知ってるけど、誰も見たことないものだわ。
Devil's Proof. Yeah, everyone knows about them, but nobody has ever seen them. Yeah.
そいつはクールな例えだ。
That's a cool metaphor.
と、
So,
いつもの私なら、愛だの幻想だのは、ミステリーには不要な、無駄なシ
yeah,
ーンへ
but
とばっ
that
さり
is
行きたいとこ
understandable,
ろ
yeah.
だけど、
Because obviously, if you're wanting to look for objectivity, then objectivity and what has actually happened, unless you want to look at the motive of what has actually occurred, then, you know, why do you look at the, you know, why would you need to look at all of the love-related things? Yeah, so normally, so to be honest, the thing about these scenes is though they serve no point in the mystery of Umineko whatsoever, this is kind of what I love the game for, because I love that it not only has a big element of mystery, but I just love that it has, you know, the most ridiculous and, you know, really entertaining tales as well. And I just love that they've, you know, adapted a theme to so interestingly deceive us, really. And I just love, you know, how it can perfectly combine fantasy versus, you know, reality, really. So normally I try to skip over all of the love and illusions and call them unnecessary, useless scenes for the mystery.
それはおこのぎさんに否定されたわ。
But Okonogi-san disagreed with that way of thinking.
そういう愛のない見方だけでは
Yeah,
真実
that
に
is
迫れ
understandable.
ないってね。
Yeah, but the only thing is, this is true, because... okay, class of 09 player. This is true! No, but anyway, yeah, so, what I'm trying to think about is, you know, look at the motive. Sorry, look at the, you know, the motive, yeah. Without love, maybe the motive cannot be seen. Who knows? Or maybe not without love, but maybe without an understanding of love. Yeah, he thought that by looking at things without love that way, the truth could never be reached. Yeah.
ああ、おこのぎの旦那の殺し文句ですかい？
I mean, President Okonogi's catchphrase. Don't tell me it's without love, it
愛
cannot
が
be seen.
なければ見え
Oh,
ん。
right. It is! That's actually really quite interesting, that. Now that is interesting. Because of the fact that without love it cannot be seen has been the biggest thing that has ran Umineko episode. So let's say, hypothetically, Toya wrote all of the scenarios which actually happened within Banquet to Dawn. And, you know, the scenarios that happened before those, you know, obviously before Toya was on the island, were in message bottles. So they were in theory written by somebody else. Could they have some sort of link to Okonogi because of the fact that without love it cannot be seen is here? Is President Okonogi potentially one of the biggest masterminds within this plot, really? I don't know. But that's gotta be, I'm sorry, there's gotta be a connection. You cannot ignore something as big as that. Sorry, not big, potentially big. Yeah, but that is understandable. You skip over... So UFOs can be seen by everyone, so can love. So you just skip over it because of the fact that you haven't actually been able to prove the results. No, but, well, it's because it masquerades the truth, really. And so does the fact that people know about UFOs masquerade the truth. Because, you know, whether they do objectively exist or not will be completely subjective to the person.
それそれ。
Yes, that.
人の家族を物語の中で勝手に殺すことに対する怒りは置いておいて、
If I put aside my anger at the person who killed my family in a story.
あえてこの物語を書いた八条先生に敬意を表して言うなら、その描写には意味があることになる。
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And even speak with respect for Madam Hachijo. Madam! God, that sounds so cheesy. Yeah, for Madam Hachijo, the one who wrote this tale, then there must be a point to this depiction.
何しろこれだけの文章量を割いて散々愛だの試練だの語ってる。
After all, she's used up all of these pages talking about love and trials. Yeah, seriously, it just shows
つまりこれ
the
が
big impact it
こ
actually
の物
has.
語のテーマでありキーワードだってことになるわ。
Yeah, in other words, these are the key themes and key words of the tale.
おや
Oh ho.
赤インク以外で書いた文字は全て読むに値しないとまで言い切る
Oh,
御人
no,
も
no,
多い
no,
と
no,
いう
no.
のに
And there are many who claim that all words not written in red ink are not worth reading.
光栄なるかな人の子よ
It is an honor, child of man.
黒い文字も読んでくれて
Oh, yeah, definitely that you have read the black letters as well. That is
物語
understandable,
は
yeah.
書き手が何かを伝えるために書くものよ。
Yeah, but the only thing is, it is interesting to think that if you communicate something just with facts, then there is no thinking because of the fact that the facts have done the thinking for you. Stories are written because the writer has something they want to
そして
communicate.
それはどういうわけか、直接書いたら無粋という奥ゆかしい
Yeah,
面倒な
exactly.
作法がある。
Umineko does it brilliantly because it does stuff, it gives stuff, for example, the mysteries, it gives stuff directly, but at the same time it mixes it in within, it mixes the direct within the total confusion that is, you know, laid within the shadows. And some writers feel that it's unrefined to lay everything out too
愛がな
directly.
ければ真実に至れない云々という描写は、これまでの作品にも品質するわ。
All of this about how you'll never reach the truth without love has shown up many times in the works before this one.
そ
Yeah,
れがこの
seriously,
新
yeah.
作ではさらに顕著。
The new work makes that even more striking.
書き手が一番伝えたくて考えてほしいのはそれってことになるわ。
It means that that is the one thing the writer wanted to tell the most. The thing that they want us to think about the most. When you think about it, there have been many... Yeah, definitely, yeah. There have been many scenes about love ever since Bertha first appeared. Even the first time she appeared before Shannon, she spoke clearly about how love was the single element of the world. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, and isn't it really quite ironic to think that, you know, love is a single element of that world because of the fact that it decides all of the means and, you know, the means of murder that have actually occurred. And the golden butterfly brooch she had given was also an item for love. Yeah. She had said that she enjoyed sowing seeds of love and watching complications arise. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And when Shannon stopped borrowing her power, the reason for our argument was also love. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. After her interactions with Battler started up in full, scenes about love were toned down for a while. Yeah, fair enough. But the without love it cannot be seen definition of magic has been mentioned repeatedly. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. Then the tale right before this one, when Bertol became like a doll. Several scenes made it seem almost as though Battler and Bertol had accepted each other as rivals, or possibly something more. Yeah, definitely, yeah. In the end, Battler had regained some memory, and his impression of Bertol had undergone a complete change. And it is interesting to think, right, I've just got to put something to your knowledge. I've got to make you aware of something real quick. I've actually got the video up here because I rewatched it today. Oh my god, why am I... I'm sorry, but look at a scene like this. This is a scene in Umineko episode 2 when Shannon was going to be killed and Beatrice just went completely psychotic mode. And, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but, like, with something like this, I mean... Oh, shit. With something like this, I mean, I think it is just so obvious that whatever has happened to Beatrice, she is severely affected by love and anything regarding that. So maybe it could be indicative of the fact that Beatrice is just an illusion. She has only been existing for maybe 19 years. maybe 19 years, I don't know. And then she has grown up, and then maybe Battler has turned down her love, or maybe Battler has done something really, really bad that maybe, I don't know, maybe Battler's been indebted to her or something like that. But the only thing is, who would Beatrice be at the same time? If Beatrice, this is the biggest question that I've had. If Beatrice isn't an illusion, like, who was the human that Beatrice, the illusion, was based off? I don't really understand that. I don't know. No, because that, I don't know about that, but I suppose you could think of the question of, you know, who was the human Beatrice in terms of an illusion based on, but I don't know. Maybe the human Beatrice didn't die, and I don't know. It was proclaimed in red that she did. It always goes to a dead end. Yeah. Then in the tale right before this one, when Bertol became like a doll, several scenes made it seem almost as though Battler and Bertol had accepted each other as rivals, or possibly something more. Exactly, yeah. In the end, Battler had regained some memory, and his impression of Bertol had undergone a complete change. Wow, God, I love that image. And then in this game, from the beginning until now, the word love has been repeated over and over again. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
あなたが書いた物語は愛が何度も繰り返される。
Yeah, the tale you wrote keeps on talking about love. And isn't it really interesting to think that when you feel who the culprit potentially is, that could potentially eliminate a lot of people, because if love is such a ridiculously big theme, then it could either be someone who's totally been betrayed by love, or it could, so i.e. somebody who could be in an arranged marriage, or it could be, or it could be the fact that, you know, somebody in their prime, with love in their prime, who's really young could have committed it. Yeah, the tale you wrote kept on talking about
で
love.
もそれはマリアお姉ちゃんの主張でもベアトリーチェの主張でもない。
However, that's not Mario and Nechan's viewpoint or Beatrice's
八条
viewpoint.
東也の主張だわ。
Oh, that is interesting. It's Hachijo Toya's viewpoint.
そうです。
Yeah, see that, yeah,
それ
correct.
こそが私が語りたいこと。
That is what I wanted to tell.
そして私なりの答えなのです。
And it is my own sort of answer.
答え
Answer?
じゃあつまり12年前の事件は全ておかしな悪魔の愛の試練で引き起こされたと
I love that he's just purposefully trying to ask really, really stupid questions. Then, all of the crimes 12 years ago were a trial with love, started by strange demons.
バカバカしい。
Yeah, seriously, yeah, ridiculous.
私はあんたの恋愛小説を読みにここまで来たんじゃないわ。
But yeah, that is fair, yeah, I didn't come here to read a romance novel you wrote.
私が知りたいのはあんたが至ったと自称する。
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing. Angie isn't really. She stopped thinking because of the fact that, you know, you need to use this romance and all of the things that are actually happening regarding that, and then you need to make it so that you know, adds to your mystery really and your perception of who the culprit is, because, you know, the culprit cannot actually be seen without love. The truth of this cannot be seen whatsoever.
愚かなるかな人の子よ。
No, I see that. Yeah, foolish child of
こ
man.
れだけ文章を割いてまだ伝わらないというのですか。
After reading all of this, do you still not understand? With an obviously condescending gaze, Hachijo shrugged. By the way, I've just got to put something into your head. Isn't it really interesting that whatever happened with, you know, Battler and, you know, Beatrice in episode 4, you know, Beatrice with eyes that are pleading as if, you know, he apologizes for his sin. And it is really interesting to think that firstly Beatrice is so absurdly bereaved because of love, but secondly it's even more interesting to think that you know, Bachelor has wait no, what was I going to say? Beatrice is firstly really quite bereaved, but you know, Beatrice with a look of, you know, just pleading in her eyes for Bachelor to actually solve it. I really do wonder. I think what has happened is Bachelor has made a promise that has made somebody die that could potentially be who the illusion Beatrice was based on. I always think about tying it to the servant who had died because of the illusion of the witch, or the golden witch, because maybe it could be something related to that. Maybe somebody who really, really loved that, you know, substitute for Beatrice could potentially be, you know, the culprit actually is because of the fact that they would want revenge for what's actually happened to them. With an obviously condescending gaze, Hachijo shrugged. It was clear that she was trying to provoke Angie. No, I see that, yeah, because obviously provocation means, you know, she hopefully is actually going to change the way she thinks. She was probably hinting that Angie should just go home if she was annoyed. God, I love that. Yeah, if you're going to read my noble work and not even attempt to see whether you understand it, then get out. I mean, totally brutal. It's so funny. Yeah, understandable. But obviously, this is Toya. You can't. Yeah, normally, Angie would have already thrown a fit and left. However, she couldn't do that. Though she didn't like someone else toying with her family's fate as in her story. She was also growing increasingly certain of something else as she read through it, just as Hachijo's followers had said. Yeah, isn't that interesting? This tale really does have the same presence as the same scent as the tales written by Beatrice. The author was certainly different. Yeah, no, I see that, yeah, isn't it really quite interesting? Because I think that episode 5 and 6 especially, no, to be honest, I do feel like all of the tales have really, really differed, but they've always had the same motive within. They've always had the same killer, they've always had the same truth that has been reached. But at the same time, because of how different and, you know, inexcusably different these stories are, because of the fact that they have the same culprit, that can all be forgiven. And they have the same message that makes you able to realise who the culprit actually is. By the way, I think Gorda was the sixth sacrifice. If it wasn't all of the four lovers. The author was certainly different, however, because it reached to the real truth, it had the same scent. No, I see that, the same scent. And she was beginning to acknowledge this. Hachijo Toya was the one who had reached Beatrice's truth. Yeah, an endless witch like Beatrice, who could add to the endlessly stretching... Oh, yeah, I see that, yeah, to the endlessly stretching parallel worlds of the cat box. By the way, with this logic, like, if there is ever... Let's say Umineko episode 8 is the one where the truth is actually realised and everyone is defeated. Like, what happens then? Like, is the entire world going to just be an afterthought by, you know, Toya?
ベアトリーチェの真実にたどり着いたものならば、
If one has reached Beatrice's truth,
私でなくとも新たな物語を紡げるでしょう。
that is fair, yeah, they can create a new tale, whoever they
今
are.
回の原稿をもってきっと と私
Oh
以
yeah,
外に
yeah,
も
definitely, yeah.
真実に至るものが必ず現れる
So basically, Yukishi's saying, fans, make fanfics of Umineko if you've actually found the truth. With this new manuscript, I'm sure someone besides myself will appear and reach the truth.
そのものもまた新たな物語を紡ぐ資格を得るのです
Yeah, these people will be motivated. These people will be qualified to create new tales of their own. Fair,
ど
yeah.
んどん無限の魔女が増えていくわ
So there will be more and more endless witches.
そう
Yes.
そして何人もの無限の魔女たちがベアトリーチェの猫箱の物語を増やしていく
And these many endless witches will add to Beatrice's catbox
増
tale.
えれば増えるほどまた新たに真実に
Yeah,
至るも
definitely,
のが現れる
I don't disagree, yeah. The more they add to it, the more people will reach the
そう
truth.
することで一番最初の無限の魔女ベアトリーチェがあれだけの枚数の手紙に物語を記してボトルに詰めて海に投じた労力が初めて報われるのです
When that happens, the very first endless witch, Beatrice, will finally be rewarded for writing such long letters, packing them into bottles and throwing them into the sea. Yeah, that is interesting. That Beatrice, treat Beatrice as a magic-related being that has knowledge of all of the game boards. Fine, she's done that. But then, treat Beatrice as somebody inside the game board. And then the first two stories happening. That indicates the fact that if it's inside the game board, it indicates the fact that... I suppose... they're thoughts. You know, like episode 1 and 2 were actually thoughts by Beatrice. And they were tales that she imagined. But at the same time though, I don't really understand how Beatrice has written it, even though... Wait, hang on a second, it's probably because of the fact that I think one of them has actually happened, and then another of them has actually been a fake fanfic based on, you know, the truth that has actually happened within the first incident. So maybe, Beatrice has actually experienced the murder of the Ushinomiya family. And then this was before she needed to deny it. Before she needed to make it so that, you know, magic was accepted. I don't know though. Maybe that was the first time Beatrice the Elder saw the culprit kill, you know, all of the family. So as a result of that, she realised the truth. Probably because of the ability she had to teleport, and then, you know, obviously go invisible and see things that others couldn't. I do wonder.
あなたは私に怒りの言葉をぶつけ席を立つこともできたしかしそれをしませんでした
You might have yelled at me angrily and risen from you. I mean, my god, it is understandable. I mean, you know, this is not like a joke. All of this is actually happening. It's talking about her fucking family, of course.
なぜ
Why?
悔しいけれど
I hate to admit it.
あんたの物語の中に何かの真相、
Yeah, good.
もしくはヒントがあることを認めつつあるからよ
I hate to admit it, but I'm starting to think that your tale has some kind of truth or hint within it. I already have my own ideas. However, that's no more than looking with a single eye. Yeah, definitely, yeah, I like that because obviously you can only look in 2D perspectives with a single eye. You need to double the dimensions and look with more angles, really. Unless I accept a different viewpoint from my own and look at things from more than one angle, I'll never be able to see the truth in 3 dimensions. Yeah, seriously, yeah, that's my interpretation of without love it cannot be seen. Yeah, I do see that because obviously with her own eye, you know, one with obviously because she hasn't experienced love whatsoever and she's had a horrible life where she has been lonely, you know, just left to her own sadness, you know, dependent on magic for friends really. Well, illusions for friends, but yeah. No love whatsoever, no understanding of it, and you know, a constant reject from people like Eva. Very well, child of mine.
後ろ宮家の最後の生き残りであるあなたが真実に至り
Perhaps as the final survivor of the
無
Ushinomiya
限の魔
family.
女になることを運命も待ち望んでいるでしょう
Perhaps as the final survivor of the Ushinomiya family, it was fated that you would find the truth and become an endless witch.
私という存在などあなたという真の継承者を覚醒させるためのただの道しるべに過ぎないのだから
I exist only as a guidepost to awaken you as the true
エン
successor.
ジェベアトリーチェ
Angie Beatrice. Sometimes I don't understand what she's saying. However, she knows something. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Of course, yeah. And maybe she has actually reached the truth, as she claims. Isn't it really interesting to think that what is truth here? Is it just the truth that she has made herself? Well, I mean, it could be a truth that's really realistic, but it's not necessarily the truth. Who knows? In other words, I didn't learn the truth, even after reading the 2 message bottles Beatrice left behind. Yeah, and I'm now reading tale after tale filled with hints. Yeah, but at the same time, Angie may not be able to find it. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So these hints are challenges, provoking me to think. Indeed. Perfect. I'll find this truth you've said you reached. Oh yeah, I don't disagree whatsoever, because this could potentially be one of the biggest discoveries you... Well, sorry, the biggest discovery you make in your life. Enabled by Toya. I'll find this truth you say you've reached. It's a good thing I came here. That it is. I invited you here because you hadn't found it yet, child and man. Yeah, that is interesting. Let the truth I see and the truth you see overlap. Yeah, definitely, yeah, but the only thing is to discover the truth the other person sees. That's going to require a lot of work. Just as you see things with a single eye, so do I. Yeah, but the only thing is the single eye Featherin sees, sorry, you know, Hachijo sees stuff with, is, you know, the eye of one who has discovered the truth. You don't need to look in another eye when you've discovered what you've, you know, when you've discovered what looking in 3 dimensions has, you know, given you. Now that I've found you, I can finally see the truth with both eyes. Yeah, I see that, yeah, because obviously Hachijo has totally opened up Angie's viewpoints. Ooh. Ooh. God, are you okay? Yeah. So the first highlight has finally happened. Well, yeah, understandable. Yeah, everything so far's made me sleepy. Yeah. You know, what have you done? Bullied a kid, completely been a smartass in a riddle game. That's about it. And been pissed off and cried to Delana about... No, I'm being a dickhead when I say stuff. I'm sorry for putting it like that. Well, just, you know, be upset and, I don't know, sort of ask for consolation with Delana. No, I'm sorry, I put that way too rudely. You have some sleep in you. Have some sleep in your... Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm the great detective. I have the right to everything. I literally have increased hearing power. But I have sleep in my eye. You have some sleep in your eye. Where? Oh my god, I hope. Oh. Little uptight arsehole. Mind your own business. As you wish, let's begin. First off, the first twilight. Oh boy. Yep. That really is going to be quite something. Oh my god. God, so, as you can see here, we're at, you know, 1:11 AM. Good time. 1:11. All ones. If only it was 11:11, because you could technically say it's 0111. Right, so we're in the guest house. Ooh, right, what's actually going to happen regarding the murders? Erika was dozing off on her bed, so when a knock sounded on the door, it took some time before she noticed. She looked at the clock and saw that not much time had passed since she had lain down. Oh my god, it's a Serial Experiments Lane reference! Yes, who is it? I hope you have a good reason for knocking on the detective's door an hour like this.
そうだ。
That's right.
今回のゲームを始める前に一つ宣
Ooh,
言
I've
があります。
I have one thing to say before we begin this game.
ああ、例の探偵宣言とやらか。
Oh, that detective proclamation thing.
好きにするがいいぜ。
Do as you wish.
いいえ、その逆です。
No, I mean the opposite.
勝負のレートを上げようということです。
I say we raise the stakes.
勝負のレートとは
Raise the stakes.
何何？
What's this?
面白そうなこと言い出
Oh
す。
my god. Why have you been so irrelevant in this story? Genuinely. Like, where are Lambda and Burn at the moment? Seriously. Now that sounds interesting.
どういうことよ？
What do you mean? Oh boy.
簡単な話。
It's simple.
前回のゲームはバトラが一
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Battle got a shot of us in the last game. Oh my god, thankful. Waga Aruji.
だから今回
Oh my god, if I hear those two fucking words, I'm gonna kill someone.
しかならない。
So, if Eddie Card does the same in this game, we're only even.
前
Yeah.
回のゲームは引き分けだったのでは
Yeah, wasn't the last game a tie?
勝って当たり前のゲームを落としたのよ。
We failed to win a game that should have been a shoe-in, right? Yeah,
あ
definitely,
んなの
because
負
Battle
け
had
れな
discovered
く
the
て
truth.
何
The
だと
true
いう
truth.
のよ。
If that isn't a loss, I don't know what is.
ねえ、エリカ。
Right, Eddie Card?
我が主。
Right, I said it, I'm gonna kill someone. Come here, Eddie Card.
私が無様を晒さなければ勝てて当然のゲームでした。
If I hadn't failed so miserably, we would have won that game easily. Yeah, isn't it just really quite interesting to think that, you know, I don't disagree with the fact that Eddie Carr, for a person of her intellect, did have a really quite embarrassing fail. Yeah. But at the same time, it's a mistake. We all make mistakes. Sometimes they are very perilous and, you know, they cost a lot more than others would.
ははん、なるほど。
Oh, I get it.
つまり今回、わざと探偵宣言を出さないことで、わざと不利に戦い、それでも勝ってみせちゃって。
So this time, you'll intentionally fight at a disadvantage by not making a detective proclamation and win despite that.
前回の負けを帳消しどころか大逆転にしようって魂胆ね。
You're scheming to not only wipe out your loss from the previous game, oh yeah, but to totally flip the score upside down. And isn't it interesting to think that as a result of this, Battler has actually lost, because we know that from the end that we have been shown. And it is interesting to think that this is effective.
渾身のゲームにそんなおかしなハンデをつけて
Oh, yeah.
戦うなんて
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care whatsoever. You intend to participate in the game Battler-san poured his heart and soul into with a foolish handicap
身の
like
程
that.
知らず以前に失礼です
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that is interesting. Look at the increase in Beatrice's confidence, by the way. Yeah, that is not only presumptuous, it is quite rude.
そうだな。
Yeah, you've got a point
む
there.
しろ負けた時の言い訳にするための保
I
険
like
にすら
that.
聞こえるぜ。
It sounds like an excuse just in case they lose.
確かにそういう見方もあるわね。
True, you could also look at it that
勝
way.
てば大勝利。
If they win, it's a great victory, but if they lose, Eddie Carr's side has a nice little excuse. Oh, I see that,
でも
yeah.
負ければ言い訳可能なんて、ちょっとエリカ側に虫のいい話だわ。
Isn't that a bit unsporting? I do see that.
大丈夫よ。ちゃんとかけるものは公平だわ。
Don't worry, this bet is balanced on both sides.
今回のゲームに探偵宣言なしの人間で勝てれば、
Oh, yeah.
バトラたちの魔女幻想は粉々の再起不能。
Oh, shit. Don't worry, this bet is balanced on both sides. If this game is won by a human without the detective proclamation, it will be impossible for Battler and the others to pick up the pieces of the illusion of the witch.
でも逆にエリカが負けるようなら、このゴミクズ探偵は忘却の深淵に最悪のかけらと一緒にぶち込んでやるの。
Jesus Christ, but on the other hand, if Eddie Carr loses, that detective trash will be sent into the depths of oblivion, along with the worst possible fragment. Jesus Christ. Yes, basically, if you don't win because of the fact that you are abandoning your detective manner, it's going to be sent into the trash, and, you know, you're going to be sent into the worst possible fragment to live your days when you aren't a piece of Burncastle. Brilliant. How not cruel whatsoever. God, I love it. Classic Umineko. Yeah, somebody doesn't sound very happy. Yeah. See?
公平でしょ
God, yeah, that's balanced, isn't it?
探偵という超人でなくただの人間が魔女幻想を打
I
ち
see that,
破
yeah.
るという最高の勝利
Yeah, isn't that really quite interesting? Because of the fact, I suppose when you think about it, the detective does actually have a little less advantage. Because of the fact that they have imposed themselves as a detective, they are solving the riddles and they're going to have automatically more information and more of an advantage because of the fact that they have superiority. So if they remove that superiority, then it's going to be on a more equal standpoint. If they solve the you know, the illusion of the witch, or they are able to fabricate a truth adequately, then, you know, it's going to be just as if it's going to be even better than what they would have done before, just because of that. I see, that's balanced, isn't it? An ultimate victory with a mere human, not a superhuman detective, destroying the illusion of the
それ
witch.
と引き換えに自身の破滅をかけてるわ
seriously, yeah.
け
Yeah, she's putting her own destruction on the line to make that bet.
私はかつてのベアトとあんたのゲームみたいにダラダラとぬるいゲームを繰り返されちゃもう退屈なわけ
God, I've got on board with those sluggish, repeating games that you and the former Beator made.
だから勝負のレートを上げて
I see
一気
that,
に
yeah.
勝負をさせるわけ
So we're raising the stakes and settling it all at once.
まあ確かにそうね
Well, that is true.
今回のゲームをバトラが通しちゃったら
If Butler makes it through this
ベアト
game,
のゲームにバトラが勝利したことになり
Exactly,
ゲ
yeah.
ームは終了してしま
yeah,
う
it just genuinely means that, you know, this game has the biggest handicap out of all of them. Yeah, well, that is true. If Butler makes it through this game, it'll mean that Butler has won Beator's game, and the game will end.
ある意味逃すことのできない決戦だものね
Yeah, in a sense, it's a showdown you can't escape, right?
言い分は分かっ
I see your position.
たエリカはそれでいいのか
Are you okay with that, Erika?
もちろんです
Yeah, isn't it really quite funny to think that she will not fail, she will not falter in the presence of Waga Aruji. God. Yep. No, but do you get what I mean?
前回の敗北で失った
Exactly.
ある
Yeah,
勝利の
yeah.
信頼を取り戻すために私は自分の破滅すらもかけるのです
Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting to think that, you know, by making it so that she isn't in the position of a detective, you know, she is really risking her own destruction. And it is interesting to think that this game has so much pressure on even her. You know, the fact that she doesn't speak with full resolve and, you know, a lack of confidence shows that, you know, it's an incredibly high, you know, an incredibly high risk move. You know, she could have the worst possible life after this. Just because of the fact that she's failed to perform as best as possible. I mean, my god, the stress is unbelievable. Yes, of course, in order to regain my master's trust in me, which was lost by my previous defeat, I will risk my own destruction. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
お前の意志なのか
Is that of your own will? Oh yeah, yeah, good one. Properly striking it where it hurts.
どうしたのエリカ
What's wrong, Erika?
答えてあげなさい
Answer him, okay?
当然です
Yeah, but this is the worst thing because obviously I feel like Byrne wouldn't even let the game carry out. She just actually no. I think even if because of Byrne's cruelty, I think even if Erika had actually won this game, you know, she'd just be cast into hell or just a hellish scenario, just because of the fact that, you know, she's just doing it without her own will. She's just doing it for, you know, her master really. Obviously
私の意志です
this is my own will. No, it's Waga Aruji's will.
私は絶対に負けません
I certainly will not
探
lose.
偵宣言なんかなくてもあんたを必ず打ち破ってみせます
Yeah, even without the detective proclamation, I will defeat you no matter what. And I mean, I don't disagree, judging by what we saw in the beginning. But what I do find really quite interesting is that, maybe Erika, because of the fact that we saw Zepar and Furfur in, you know, the beginning of episode 6, maybe that is Erika's trial of love, and maybe she has to solve something like that, and that is how she's actually been able to override Battler. Who knows? Obviously, this is my own will. I certainly will not lose. Even with the detective proclamation, I will defeat you no matter what. Though it does sound very, very cool and, you know, very courageous, still doesn't sound the most confident. Batora-san. Sure, that's fine.
いいだろう。お前がそうしたいと言うなら、その勝負を受けてやる。
If that's what you want, I'll accept that challenge. Yeah. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。
Isn't that really quite interesting? This is the thing that's absolutely horrible about this game. It's just, you know, Erika, I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, I get that she is one of the most horrible people, but firstly, you know, really quite bad background, and, you know, I don't know what the fuck has actually happened with her, you know, her cheating scenario, but God, that must have been awful. Yeah, it's just, it is horrible to think, like, you know, how a human being like Erika, I feel like Erika could have been a good person, but the thing is she has just been treated so badly that she's just led to her own ruination. And also, I feel like Berncastle would have normalised the bad emotions within her, because a lot of the time, whenever people have bad emotions, if you hang out with people that, you know, share those bad emotions, they become normalised, and then you just get worse and worse. Thank you very much.
受けたことを必ず後悔させてやりますから。
Yeah, I'm sure you'll regret it. But the only thing is, what I find really horrible is that Berncastle has totally taken advantage of any sort of dread she has and any sort of respect towards her that she may have, because of the fact that, you know, if she doesn't do this, she will be dead and she will live a life of hell.
まあ思えばバトラだって人間側だった時はずっと探偵権限なんて便利な力は一切なかった。
Hang on, I just thought of something. No. After all, when Battler played for the human side, he never had anything as convenient as the detective. Yeah, fair enough actually, it's only fair. Yeah, he never had anything as convenient as the
許
detective's
されてた
authority.
のは青き真実と復讐要求だけ。
Yeah. All he was allowed to do was use the blue truth and demand that Bertol repeat the things he said.
そういうこと。
Exactly.
ある意味前回のゲームの方がアンフェアだったわけだ。
I do see that. Oh god, so yeah, because of the fact that it was unfair and Erika had an advantage, that's even more reason to get mad at her for having lost. In a way, the last game was
それで
unfair.
勝ちを落とすのだから。それは負けと全く同じ。
We failed to win despite that, which is why it was no different from a loss. Yeah, exactly. Isn't it just really interesting to think that Erika's firstly not confident in this whatsoever, and secondly, I mean, you know, though she really has an undying desire to defeat Battler, I feel that it's going to be so hard not being the detective that, you know, it's going to be a proper push with her. It really will
好き
be.
にしろ。
Yeah, do what you want. Yeah, even when she had the advantage, she lost. And, you know, this game is going to be... I'm sorry, but this game is going to be absurdly difficult for her.
お前が探偵宣言をしたくなったらいつでもすればいい。
Alright, if you feel like making a detective proclamation, do it whenever you like.
今はそれを保留していると理解しておく。
Yeah, I understand that you're holding it in reserve at the moment.
誰が宣言なんかするもんですか。
As if I'd use such a
あ
thing.
んた程度の相手に。
Oh my god, yeah. Isn't it really quite interesting that that's just like a cheat code, really? Yeah. As if I'd use such a thing against an opponent like you. Hmm.
では始めなさい。二人とも。
Then get started, you two.
私の退屈はもう始まっているわ。
God, isn't it just interesting to think that, you know, I just love the fact that Berncastle's voice is so devoid of happiness, and it's just so devoid of anything apart from malice, and it just shows, you know, how long. I just genuinely wonder what's happened in her life. Yeah, and then get started, you two. I'm already starting to get bored.
お任せを。
Look
我
at
が
her
主。
face. Leave it to me, my master.
必ずや魔女幻想を打ち破ってご覧に入れます。
I will destroy the illusion of the witch for you without fail. And I don't even disagree, that's the funny thing. I like that little ending there to show the severity of the burden that has been placed on Erika. Yeah, right. I'm gonna go to bed now. Oh, isn't that ironic? I'm ending 10 minutes earlier than I did yesterday. Right, we're gonna see the murders of the first Twilight tomorrow, it looks like. And yeah, now, what I'm really quite happy... Well, now, firstly, we've got to see the results of the trial, which I'm actually quite excited to see. Like, who is genuinely going to have won? But also, now I think the story is really, really going to get good, because firstly, we've seen, you know, all of the love-related aspects, and now we're going to see where the story is really going to shine. We're going to see Erika in a totally disadvantaged position, using her pure detective skill, and, you know, really relying on it as well, because obviously if she doesn't, then she is going to be cursed to the worst fragment whatsoever, you know, by Berncastle, with, you know, as much ruthlessness as you'd expect from somebody like her. So, yeah, it's just really quite interesting to think what's going to happen then. And also, I think, you know, it was a really quite fun read today. And I love the trials. Oh my god, I think Jessica's one was definitely the best. And, you know, I really enjoyed Beatrice's one as well. I thought that was really quite interesting. And, you know, Conan and Shannon's, I wish there was more. I really do wish there was more. You know, it's a trial for two people. I just thought it was a bit of a letdown. But I did still think it was good, though. I just wish there was more, really. But, yeah, I thought, also, I'm going to be very interested in what's going to happen with Erika. So, yeah, I do wonder, yeah, I feel like, and also just the story in general, really, I do wonder what the hints regarding the, you know, the fact that love is being a thing that has been showed so ridiculously much. I think it's obvious that, you know, the culprit has done a motive with love, and if you tie it to the fact that Battler's sin has, you know, caused people to die, then maybe it could actually be because of love towards Battler. Somebody could have potentially thought of affection to Battler. Judging by the fact that Beatrice was looking at, you know, him with apologetic eyes, you know, could it be someone that's either really relating to Beatrice, or maybe it could be some sort of form of Beatrice herself? I don't know, though. I always want to think it could be the servant who died due to the accident of the Golden Witch. I think what happened is the servant had actually been dead for a few years, and the other servants had somehow faked their death, and then they had made it so that, you know, their corpse was discovered then. I don't know. And maybe that person could be the person who was actually given motive to the culprit to kill. I don't know, though. It's kind of hard, but yeah, it is going to be... It's interesting to see Angie's viewpoints as well, and it's just interesting to also see, you know, Toya's total stubbornness at, you know, someone who doesn't view the story with love, and, you know, just her total disrespect as a result of it. Oh my god, man. I love today, and, yeah, I feel like this has got real potential for a story, man. I really, really do. We're only getting into it now. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And I also really do wonder how many Twilights there are going to be, because episode 5 was a weird one. Only one Twilight. Like, genuinely. Well, I mean, Hideyoshi's murder as well, I suppose. Which, interestingly enough, broke the conventions of the Twilights, because Kraus had been killed, and yet Hideyoshi was killed separately. Yeah, it is really interesting, that. But, yeah, anyway, I'm going to go to bed now. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And, yeah, I'll see you next time.